going on, family?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, everybody.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Y'all, welcome back to Real Queens, Real Talk with the Gentleman's Perspective. We are your hosts and hostesses and hostess with the mostest and all that. How's everybody doing this Sunday? I want to say what's up to everybody that's in the building. What's up to Joyce, T-Ray, Steve, Diamond.
Hey, Black Diamond.
Hey, Black Diamond.
Hey. Before we get started, y'all, please keep Black Diamond's world in your prayers, y'all. Give y'all a good praise report. My sister is doing good. She is still in the hospital right now. Hopefully, she'll be out next week, Friday. She was just cleared today to be independent on her own in her room, which means she can move out and about in the room by herself. She still has to have her walker.
That's a blessing.
Yes, ma'am. She still has to have her walker. And she's still doing physical therapy and occupational therapy, but she is doing so good, y'all. I wish y'all could see how good she's doing. She gives me inspiration, child. When I walk in there, and my sister is a talker. Okay, let me tell y'all something. My sister is a talker, and when I walk in there, if she's doing this, I know she's doing good. And every day, I go up there. So I've been up there every day. I didn't go yesterday. Because she gave me the day off. And then there was one other day I didn't go because she gave me the day off. But, when I go up there, if she's doing this, I know she's doing good. And every day I go up there, she's talking more and more, y'all. She's doing so good, y'all.
Good. That's a blessing.
Yeah, that's a blessing. Keep on praying. She has a Cash App. Sis, if you know what your Cash App is, drop it down in the chat. If y'all would like to give her a love offering, if you would like, when she does leave the hospital, she's going to be going to baby sister's house, and so me and my baby sister gonna be going. You know, she's gonna be staying with my baby sister. That way, she has somebody there caring for her 24/7, until she's able to be on her own. But y'all, she's doing so good. She's combing her hair, putting her little bonnet on, putting her little ointment on, and all of that, and staying jazzy. The nurses up there love her, and she's making everybody up there laugh. So as long as, you know, she's, like I said, as long as when I walk in there, she's doing this, I'm like, oh shit, she all right, child. This girl is all right. So that's a good praise report that I have for y'all. So
and it pays to have families that's nurses in the family too, because they know they can't get away with stuff. So
yes, the hospital that she's at is actually it's called Dale Medical Center, but it's a part of University of Texas, and it's also a county hospital. And so a lot of my patients that I see that are people that are experiencing homelessness, they go to that hospital. And so I know a lot of the times they're not treated well and different things like that. And so for me, it feels good to know that my sister's in a hospital that I work so closely with, and people there, they love her, they treat her amazing. And it's not because they know me, of course, but to just know that, you know, she's getting A1 treatment there. And like I said, the nurses all love her, child. When I walk down the hallway, you know, I speak as it is, and they're like, "Oh, you're going to see Miss Black?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, you must be her sister." And I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure she done said something about me, but that's my sister, y'all." But again, that is her Cash App right there, $ANNLBLACK. So if y'all would like to give my sister love offering, that would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate y'all for that.
Hey, Renee.
Is Renee in the back? Hey, Renee.
Yeah, that's she got right there. Hey, Renee, boo. Hey, Cola.
It's Cola and girl, Cola.
Yes, there goes
Cola.
Hey,
If you got
Cola.
some time, Cola, you got to try to come up here for the first low. When we get into this YT gossip, Cola, you got to come up here and give your little 2 cents on this if you are so inclined, girl. I know you busy because you filling orders, y'all. Cola won't be up with us tonight, as well as baby sis, as well as filling some orders. Where baby bro Sir Neil is, child, I don't know where he at.
he gonna pop in.
He gonna pop in, yes. I'm sure he gonna pop in real doggone soon. But let's see. First of all, mental health check-in. Aside from that, is everybody doing okay? How's everybody's week been? Yes. Hopefully everybody has been blessed.
Yes,
it's
been a good week.
It
actually went by fast. Did anybody think that too?
When I told me,
I didn't feel like it.
I think it did. It went by real fast.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, I guess it did.
I love you too, Renee.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Mizzle. What were you gonna say?
No, it does. Usually when the daylight saving times, when the times go forward, that it just flew by so fast. And then when the time go back, it go slow until that time go fast. So, you know, that summertime go quickly. I better enjoy it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Love you, Renee, too, boo. We love you.
We love you, Miss Renee. What is everybody sipping on tonight? I'm sipping on water, y'all, because I started back on my keto on Friday. So your girl is doing good.
Too.
Yes, water, gang. What you sipping on in the red cup, Mizzle? Pepsi. What you got? You got something else dark up in that Pepsi cup? Let me see. Shoot.
Oh, it's still lit for me, so I'm not drinking on nothing but a Verner's.
Oh, really? Well, good for you, girl. What you gonna drink soon as you able to?
Some Merlot, I think.
Ooh,
or Cabernet. I don't know.
That's
one
what
of
the classy broads drink. That's what the classy broads
with
drink.
their pinky out. Yeah, with their pinky out. Yes, honey.
Yes,
y'all say a prayer for Dominique. She said her mother's in the hospital. Something is wrong with her kidney.
Oh, Dominique.
Oh,
absolutely.
Dominique.
Okay.
Dominique. And your mom, your family, everybody. Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We'll keep you lifted up in prayers.
Yes.
Cola says she's drinking on some water. Joy says she's drinking on that good old Pepsi. T-Ray C said, y'all keep my niece in prayer. She tested positive for this. Oh, no. Not that old Rona. Girl, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Definitely praying for her, T-Ray.
Absolutely, T-Ray. See, I've seen what it can do to people, so I will absolutely keep her in my prayers.
Yes.
Much love, y'all. Please send them up.
Yes, Tracy.
Black Diamond say much love to everyone. Oh, we love you, Black Diamond girl. We love you, girl. Tracy say water. I turned that into wine. Okay, Tracy. Tracy's a damn fool, y'all. Tracy, I'm trying to listen. My birthday is June, and I'm turning 41. I didn't get to celebrate like I wanted to last year, so I got a surprise for myself. You know what I'm saying? Myself don't know about the surprise that I got for myself this year, but I'm planning I'm taking myself on a trip for my birthday. It's a surprise though. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that I told me that I got to get right and tight. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay. So when bitches drinking on the water, you know what I'm saying? The water.
Gotta get that water in.
Okay. So y'all, for tonight, we are gonna get into a few things. First off, we are gonna remind you guys about the book spotlight. Remind you guys about that now. The coldest winter ever. We will be doing a book review on that at the end of April. So if you don't have that book yet, The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Soldier, you need to get that, okay? We will also be doing a review after we do the review on the first book. We'll be reviewing the second book. We'll keep you guys in the loop on that. Don't want to throw too much on everybody right now because we know everybody has a busy life. But again, remind you guys, The Coldest Winter Ever. We will be doing a review on that at the end of April. Also, we're going to get into some good little old YouTube tea, y'all. Wasn't a whole lot popping in the big old streets. But it was a whole lot of popping in these YT streets. So we're going to talk about that. The interview that B Love did with her brother, Chillin Wit Walt, child. Ooh, was off the chain. For our main topics tonight, there was a family that was a quadruple homicide in Indianapolis over stimulus check. There was an episode of Maury with some sister drama on it that we're going to get into. We're going to get into Kirk Franklin and his son, Kerryon Franklin, all the drama, all the rumors, all of everything, y'all, that has turned into a whole big old mess. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to follow up on Sharon Osborne, y'all. She recently did an interview with Kevin Frasier, which, Kevin, I was cool with you, but you know what I'm saying? She did this interview, and long story short, Sharon feels like she was set up. So we're going to get into that. Also, Lil Mama is going to start a heterosexual rights movement. Child, we're going to get into her and girl. We're going to get into that. And also, for the Real Talk topic tonight, we're going to be talking about the movie Coming to America. Hopefully, y'all seen it. The movie was funny as hell. It has some good characters in it, a lot of good spotlights and all of that. So we're going to get into that for tonight's Real Talk topic, okay? First and foremost, has anybody gotten their stimulus check? Raise your hand if you ain't got your damn stimulus check yet. I ain't got my damn check, okay? I ain't got my damn stimmy. Like, what's going on? Moneybag Joe, I voted for you, my nigga. I told everybody, you know what I'm saying? I was on your side, my nigga. Why you hanging me out to dry like that? I don't goddamn know, but I'm gonna need my goddamn money, Moneybag Joe. You know what I'm saying? Joyce, you ain't got yours yet? Caller, you ain't got yours yet? Girl, where my stimmy at though?
I wonder what's going on. They said that they were working with certain people that filed at certain times. I know when I check mine, it says that it's still pending, like you were saying, Momo. But me and my husband filed jointly. And when I check his, it says he got it. And he did. We know that. We know he got it. But his actually says that it went through, it cleared. But mine, on the other hand, says it's still pending, which makes no sense because we got it.
Mine's as well. I don't know what's going on with it. And this year is the first year that me and my husband are married filing joint, because normally we do married filing separate. So I don't know if maybe it's a holdup because this is the first year that we're filing like this. I don't know, but Joe, what the fuck, Joe? Excuse me, but dang, Joe.
Y'all better leave Joe alone because he gave y'all way more money than
and one lot.
Y'all better leave him alone. Leave Joe alone because he came in and gave big money. He got people out balling. That's why it wasn't no drama on Bigo. They got them checks.
got the checks and they was out.
Well.
Out empty in the sea, like Sunshine said. She said the sea where they got all the crab legs.
Or a lobster in the sea, boy.
Ain't no nothing left, baby. Everybody and their mama buying out all the goddamn crab legs.
Ain't nothing in the sea.
Ain't gonna be nothing left around in this month.
Yes, then you should get your check. I don't know what's going on. Why you getting yours?
I just saw
Vanity, I didn't see you.
Yes, Vanity. Baby sis was telling me that apparently they approved it. There's supposed to be a fourth stimulus that we're getting now, and then the $300 a month for per child is supposed to start in July, and that's supposed to last all the way to the end of December. So,
see, I had my kids too early.
Okay.
Listen,
damn. You need to hit the crowd.
Damn. Anybody that can get the stimulus and any other benefit for their kid deserve it, because 9 times out of 10, like me and you guys up on the panel, we work and they be killing us with the taxes.
Yeah.
We don't get no breaks. We don't get food stamps and like shout out to y'all to get the food stamps. Holla at your girl if you get them, because I damn so will pay $5,400 or whatever.
So they going to give a fourth stimulus check? They supposed to?
That's what I heard. My sister told me, and my sister is like glued to the news.
And how much that's supposed to be?
I don't know how much it's supposed to be, but I don't know if it's supposed to be
per kid.
Bigger.
Who gets 3K for a kid? I'm about to pop me out a baby.
I know that's right. Sunshine, I'll share with you.
I need that baby just for the stimmy. Just for the stimmy.
They lacking up on these kids.
Just for the stimmy.
Man.
Yeah, but supposedly, like I said, it's supposed they approved it, and it is supposed to be $3K a child, and then the $300 a month is supposed to start in July, and that's supposed to go until the end of December.
Where's the $3K for the child coming from, though? Where is it?
I think that's a part of. I think that's a part. I don't know if that's a part of the $300 that you're supposed to get per month. What that equals out to over time. Or if that's a part of the stimulus for the fourth one. I'm not too sure though. If somebody knows, Tracy probably knows. It's 36 for kids, 76 and
3 for kids.
I don't know. Okay. But we work hard for our damn money, and I need my points, I need my ducats.
Oh well.
Like damn, I should have had 2 more kids after that last one, then I'll be getting some of this money.
We gonna share with you. Me and Twin gonna send you one.
Right.
Send you one.
Send me something I can claim on them taxes. Send me something.
Something, show, because that ain't even right. Ooh, that ain't even right. All right, y'all. First thing that we are gonna get into tonight. Hold on, let me pull that up. First of all, YT drama, y'all. If y'all been under a rock, I don't know how, but goddamn it, when I tell you, it went down in these YouTube streets. These last couple of days, it went down in these YouTube streets. Now, we're gonna get into the whole Bloves life. Bloves life, if y'all don't know, Bloves life is the famous seafood mukbang queen. Okay. Recently, she did an interview with her brother, Chillin Wit Walt, right? Now, oops, I didn't mean to do that, y'all. See, here I go fucking with shit. There I go. I'm trying to share my screen. Recently, well, let me sort of start from the beginning for people that may not be too familiar with the whole Bloves life and the whole, situation and all that as it goes. Bloves life, like I said, she's a famous mukbanger. She is the one that put the seafood boils on the map, okay? I don't care who you are, what you doing. I know I can say for me, I love crab legs, but I wasn't eating them like that until Bloves came on the scene and made them shits what it is today. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can admit that. Bloves has a brother named Chillin Wit Walt, right? Now, Chillin Wit Walt, Bloves put him on. He started his channel, after she actually put him on, started his channel. He has a mukbang channel as well, right? Now, I'm gonna try to sum this down for y'all in about less than a minute, okay? Because it's a whole lot of. But mainly what we want to talk about is the interview. But like I said, for y'all that may not know, I'm gonna just break it down real quick. So, Chillin Wit Walt was living in Milwaukee with his ex-fiance by the name of Sin City. Sin City as well has a YouTube channel called Kicking It with Sin City. Y'all check that out.
Memphis. She in Memphis.
Oh, she's from Memphis. My bad. She's from Memphis, right? Mm-hmm. He was living in Memphis with Sin City, who was his girlfriend, right? Now they were doing their mukbangs, this, that, and the other. Well, somewhere along the lines, him and Sin City, they broke up in the, hold on, y'all. Sorry. After they broke up, he ended up moving to Milwaukee with his older sister, A. Slays. If y'all don't know who A. Slays is, Adrian Slays Variety. She has a YouTube channel as well. If y'all don't know who A. Slays is,
everybody knows.
Where the fuck y'all been? Like everybody know who got that. Just like you know Beloved, you know who A. Slays is. I'm just saying that's what it is. He ended up moving to Milwaukee with Adrian. We ended up finding out shortly after that there was a video that Adrian did where she was sort of throwing jigs at Sin City, and she let the cat out of the bag. That Sin and Walt broke up, and that Walt was living there in Milwaukee with her. Now, somewhere along the line, Adrian ended up moving to Florida. Now, pause for the cause. While Walt was in Milwaukee, he never said, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that he was moving to Florida, okay?
Nope, he didn't. Nope.
No. Said that he was just going to help his sister.
He was moving to Vegas.
He was going to Vegas, and he was going somewhere where he could puff legally, okay? What, Tracy, you don't know none of them? Girl, well, you going to learn today because it's some good tea. I ain't going to lie. So, he ended up helping his older sister move to Florida. There was something that went on between them. He ended up leaving Florida after he had helped his sister move to Florida and ended up moving. Yeah, he didn't. Hey, fabulous girl. Hey, fabulous. And he ended up moving back to Milwaukee, right? Well, when he moved back to Milwaukee, lo and behold, like a lot of us, he just kind of stepped up on the scene and he had a new girlfriend by the name of Genuinely Nisha. Now, Genuinely Nisha as well has a YouTube channel. She just started.
We ain't promoting her.
We're not promoting her. No, we're not promoting her. But what I am saying is, she does. You know me. Hey, she does. I am gonna shout out to small YouTubers. I am, because I'm a small YouTuber myself. But yeah, she does have a YouTube channel. Genuinely, I will say, before she ended up getting with Walt, all she had was one video. Since Walt, she has blown up. She has gotten a lot of attention from that, being connected to him, and she has gotten very popular off of that. Well, in the midst of him being there with Nisha, there was never really, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, y'all stop me at any time. He never clearly said that was his girlfriend, that was his lady friend, that was his boo thing, that was his little none of that.
Nope.
He never claimed her. Not even in the interview with his sister did he claim her.
They was just together, right?
They were friends with benefits. It was a situation. That's what it was.
Well, he was paying half the rent. He was the roommate.
It was a situation.
Well, like I said, he was there with Nisha. Sin started doing her videos. Her and Nisha kind of started going at it. Well, here we are, fast forward to yesterday. Beloved does an interview with him where she gives all the tea. Come to find out, now I love Walt. Walt my nigga. I'm puff gang all day. But this nigga back in Tennessee. Is it Tennessee? Yeah, he's back in Memphis with Sin City. Now, it was a whole lot that went on with that. If y'all have seen that, like
Renee,
I said,
yes, Renee.
That, y'all yes, he never gave Nisha a title whatsoever. Now, I don't know if y'all seen not too long, but Nisha just actually did a live where she addressed one of the T channels, and I feel like she's kind of playing in our face just a little bit.
Was it the one she just did?
Right. If you talking about that video, that backfired on her because that T channel just bashed her on her channel. So
No.
It was no point to her doing this last live she did. I don't know what she was trying to show us to tell us.
I just wish she would go ahead and just, because I'm be honest with you, I don't like to see no female get bashed the way that she has gotten bashed. Because
I think she liked it.
Yeah. I kind of thought that for a minute. I was like, did she kind of, you know, a lot of people like that. A lot of people, like they say, some people are glutton for punishment. Does she like that these people are coming at her? Because baby, when I tell you these T channels, they stays on her motherfucking neck. Baby.
You know, I don't know if she like it, but I do know that you see her face in the camera looking at the comments.
Just exactly how she
complaint. Yep. It was a huge complaint on Walt's channel. You know, Walt didn't even read his comments like he did until he started messing with her. So, or even letting the comments get to him when he did read them. She likes the drama, or she needs to participate in it. You know, a drama queen. She needs that to happen. That's why she did that live a couple hours ago, to start some more drama.
Yep.
So she could stay relevant. Because the truth of the matter is there's nothing else we need to hear from Nisha, because he already at home with his woman, the one that he wanted. So there's nothing else that Nisha can tell us, or that other chick. It's nothing they can offer us that we need to hear.
Okay, okay. Since the other chick, I did not see the latest interview that she did, but who is she? I just seen the second video that she did, because when she first did the first video, I didn't see that one. It was the second one that came down my newsfeed, came up in a recommendation, and I was like, oh, my experience with Walt. Who the hell is this? Who is she? Where did she come from? Y'all give me the tea about the interview.
Well, she came out of no, so Libra local Libra. What's her name? Sis Libra local. She the one who introduced her to everybody. She the one who brought the tea out about her. So basically, her and Walt had a date like in December, like right after
December 26th.
Yeah, right, the day after Christmas. And so from that first video, I thought it was one date, but then somehow it's turned out to be 4 dates. I feel like she's one of them women that wanted more from Walt than Walt was willing to give her. She, in her head, she thought it was going to be more, and she thought he was feeling her, but he wasn't feeling her. So you can't get mad at him because you was feeling him and he wasn't feeling you. Like she seemed like one of them women because she was buying him shit and all kind of stuff after 4 dates.
Yeah.
4 dates. I personally feel like they only had one real date, and I feel like they might have texted. That's my opinion, but I'm gonna wait on her to show these proof. But that's just my opinion. I feel like she just had one day, and I feel like she's reaching just to, hey, it's my time to come up. She taking it. And I mean, I'm not mad at her taking it, but I mean,
I don't like when people do that. That's too much.
Yeah, I know.
Because you slandering somebody.
Like, yes, you slandering him.
Somebody.
He ain't perfect. We all know he's not perfect, but what man is perfect? Who perfect?
Come on.
But what they got to say, Walt pay where he lay. He paying bills. That's all that matters.
That's why they all trying to get a hold of him, because he paying bills.
I was surprised.
Yep, that's why they trying to get a hold of him, because they know he pay bills. He paying bills.
Yeah, he's doing that. Before I finish my thought, Mizzle, what was you getting ready to say?
No, I was saying it make her sound desperate. I mean,
it does.
I don't.
She does.
Like y'all say that she started and she ain't had much people, and then after she mentioned that in war, she had
230 something people. It was like 238. I remember that number. She was at 500 by the end of the day, and now she took her count down, so she way over 1,000. Like I be watching them numbers.
People want to use that as a thing to say, "Oh, I got the numbers. People following him. People know who he is. I can say this." And whatever that happened, I think she took a little mile and just ran out of a big grand scheme with it. So I guess she's doing it for everybody's like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna follow us. He said his lane. It must be true."
What I don't understand is what was the point of Chanel coming out and saying anything at all?
That's what I want to know. I want to know that too because
she wants
people have been on.
She was clout chasing. She clout chasing. If you see the interview that she did earlier today, it was like earlier in the morning. If you see that interview, she got on these glasses. They cute. They look like something Cola would have made. They were black, pitch black, and they were studded out. They were gorgeous. But we're talking about an early day interview. She had these glasses on. She was all dolled up, had her hair pulled to the side. She kept grabbing it. And I'm like, you are clout chasing. Because if you really felt like somebody did something to you, why are you sitting up there like Coco Chanel?
Right.
Like, what's going on here?
Yes. Now she got another video that's about to come out with more proof. My thing is with the host. Let's go back to Nisha. She irritates the mess out of me.
Out of everybody.
She irritates her. Even her chat hates her. She probably hate her own damn self, but she was coming on too strong, and she was making it seem like she had this on lock, and Cindy ain't going back to Cindy.
Yeah,
girl, please. Cindy told everybody that she was gonna get her man back, and what she did, she got her man back. Like
she never left.
Listen, he never left.
She never left.
I don't feel like he ever left in the first doggone place. Once Cindy started doing those lives, because when she did, I don't know if it was the first live or the second live, but baby, she came out swinging. That Remy Ma was ready, baby. She was like, look here, I've been talking to Walt every doggone day. And then on top of that, as a woman, she had this nigga secure when she did that damn video when she was in her kitchen. Dancing. I knew her then. I was like, oh, bitch, she been had this nigga. Because ain't no female finna get up and out, baby, the way she was doing all that.
She was rocking it.
And all of that.
She had him and she knew she had him. Y'all couldn't tell her she didn't have that was hers.
That was hard.
Also, too, I feel like if it wasn't for Adrian, I feel like if Adrian hadn't put her big mouth and her 2 cents in it, it wouldn't have went that far. She the one who made it worse than what it was. Adrian,
if y'all go back, if you go back for real on the timeline, you'll see that Adrian told us that they broke up. Him and Cindy hadn't even said anything.
Yeah.
And then she had the nerve to cuss Cindy out in the process.
She sure did.
And so when Cindy went live and she dragged her bald-headed, because she dragged Adrian bald-headed.
What she call her?
A Milwaukee mud.
A Milwaukee mud.
A Milwaukee mud dog. She dragged her. But she had every right. Because she was she had been attacked by Adrian. Of course she, that's how she felt. So she was responding. But they probably would have got back together and we wouldn't even know they had broke up.
Yeah. And how many times we have broke up? You know how many times I'm married and I be telling my husband I'm leaving. I ain't going no damn where. I just be mad. I'm gonna sit down and calm down. I know I ain't going nowhere. But I'm mad.
You go downstairs and play in your makeup right now for a couple hours.
I'm mad.
and listen, this is another thing that I didn't really understand. As a woman, okay, me being 40 years old, I'm a lot more. Well, she's 37. Over 30. If a man is not claiming you outright to be his. Now, then again, we were not in that household. We don't know if they had already had an agreement that this is what it is. You never know. Maybe they agree. We're not gonna say nothing. We know what it is, and all that matters is that we know what it is. It don't matter what nobody else knows what it is.
That's true.
With that being said, to me, just the mouth I have, I'm still gonna have to say something. And for her to sort of sit back, and I feel like in a way she took a lot of the grunt that was given towards Walt. Yes, he left Cindy and he got with Nisha. But she took a lot of smoke that I feel like a lot of that smoke should have been intended for Walt. But then again, at the same time, you being a woman, you allowed a lot of that shit to go on the way that it went on like that.
You
and
right.
Go ahead.
No, you're right.
We agree with you.
and then not only that, this is another thing too. Wow. Like I said, I'm Puff Gang all day. That's my nigga. He my nigga if he don't get no bigger. But how you just gonna go stay in somebody's grandmama house and be cool with that?
Girl.
Because he a man.
The grandmama and the big ass sea biscuit ass dog. That was a big ass damn dog.
Puppy got on my goddamn nerves.
Baby, Puppy got some dirt behind him. That ain't no puppy.
Puppy got on my nerves.
That's
Puppy got on my ass
nerves.
I got so tired of her. Puppy don't do that. Puppy don't do this. Goddamn, is Puppy a human? Like she's a toddler or something.
So you know what, Momo, what you was saying about maybe they did have like an arrangement behind the scenes or something. So I'm looking at what Twin is saying. And even if they did have an arrangement, there's no way I would have been all up in his videos like that, not having a title. Like you can't do
him, babe.
Yeah, you putting me out there, but then you don't put no title on it. So I'm just over here looking like an idiot. But she was cocky. Nisha was cocky. She didn't say it. She behaved in that way that she had Walt on lock. He wasn't going nowhere. Cindy was lying.
Let's not forget, y'all. Let's not forget about, and I still believe that she sent that inbox to Cindy, that woman to woman inbox. I still believe she sent that to Cindy. Believe she sent it from a troll account, but she sent Cindy that one because it was just it just seemed like her, because she's made it seem like Walt wasn't going nowhere. She had Walt on lock. Girl, Walt ain't been out that relationship 24 hours. 24 hours. You should have never got your feelings caught up with no man that had just got a relationship anyway.
Yeah.
If you do, you just know what it is, and you ride the ride for as long as you can, and don't cry when it ends. Don't you dare cry.
She got her 2 months and got her some braids.
Yeah, she all right.
I'm pretty sure he paid for the little micro braiding her eyebrows, you know. And you can't be mad at Walt because Walt only doing what women allow him to do. But he is not like he doing it for free. He paying for it. At least he paying. He paying them. That's how I look at it. They ain't waking up with just a wet ass. They getting something out of it.
Wet ass in my pockets. This is the thing that I don't understand with Sin. Okay, now y'all know when Cindy did her video after basically responding to Adrian, where she said, it was times I went out and I bought food for his broke ass, and he didn't like my grandson, and he did this to my grandson, this, that, and the other, whoop, whoop, yada, yada, yada. If he really did this to your was you telling the truth? And if he did tell the truth, why would you bring that back around your family? Like, did the family have a good relationship with Walt? Like, are they gonna accept him coming back?
On it. Yeah, I think she was putting sauce on it. I don't think it was as bad as it sounded until Adrian stuck her note. Yep. When Adrian said what she said, she made it seem like Walt was sitting over there telling all Cindy stuff and dogging Cindy. So when Cindy was watching Adrian, she probably was getting even more pissed and was like, "Oh, that nigga telling her my business and saying this and that." So she went off. I don't believe she meant half the stuff she said as far as Walt was concerned. She was angry at that video that Adrian did.
Yeah.
She said a lot of stuff and she was just mad.
Brandy, I was on fire, baby. I wanted to go. If I could reach through the screen, I would have smacked a couple of people.
Another thing, y'all, that I thought was completely and totally out of line is somebody that called what's the T channel's name? Loca Libra.
Yeah, that was
job and got her fired. That is fuck. Now listen, I was actually talking to Black Diamonds World about this. Now, I'm a person that tries to see stuff from both ends, from all ends. I can see how if it was Nisha that, you know, compiled all this evidence and sent it to this woman's job and got her fired, I can see how Nisha can be so upset as to, like, you digging in my past, you're accusing me of getting my ex, you know, murdered, and you digging all into all of my business.
She wasn't the first one, though,
dig into my
Mama.
business, it's, you know, I'm gonna dig into yours. I can understand how she can be that upset, but at the same time, when it comes to my money, when it comes to YouTube, that is completely different from your money and your personal life, like your job, and that's completely fucking wrong. And I feel like she was, whoever did it was totally and completely damn wrong and out of line for that.
Yeah,
that was because people got kids, people got bills. Yep. Some people ain't getting no goddamn stimulus. Some people don't have no income tax check to rely on and shit like that. And when you play with people's money like that, like that's fucked up.
It is. But you know what, that you know where they all got that stuff from? All Anisha's information is all over LSA. Yeah. It's all over LSA. Really? They found it there and talked about it on YouTube.
Nobody was not the first one. She was not the first one. Nope.
So why go after her though?
Yeah.
Because she's the loudest. She's a Libra.
Yes, personality. Yeah. Big personality. She has a big personality, and they hate her. And them cash apps and them super chats be racking up, baby. So they hate her. She making up.
She be cleaning up. Yeah.
She racking up.
And she got a strong voice when she speaks. When she says what she got to say, she mean it. And they don't like that. Some people don't like that.
No, what happened, Mizzle, was somebody ended up sending clips of Local Libra's YouTube, some videos that she had did about Nisha. And they sent it to her job and said that she was bullying her. Whoever did it claimed that they were Nisha's aunt. And they were calling the job because, like I said, that they said that she was bullying her, you know, and she ended up getting fired from her job from that.
They ran with that. They investigated themselves. Like, why they just?
Well, she did some of them videos at work, and that's what it was.
Okay, because I said.
But there was no reason to call her job, because that thing you need to call every key person that's doing videos. She's not the only one doing videos. That was my problem. Yeah, I target her because she out here. Her delivery, just like Sis said, her delivery, it will make you like, if I was them, I probably would be mad, but I wouldn't call your job. Like that was
that's messed up.
Some evil stuff. But the truth hurts. One thing they say, the motherfucking truth hurts, and the truth hurts. Like she hurt Nisha feelings. And if Nisha didn't do it, she might as well get it, because just the day before she had said that she was gonna get the IP address. We all know you can't just get nobody IP address just like that. We know
you get that, yeah.
We know that, but they don't know that, you know. But it's just that you said this, and then all of a sudden this girl get a call from her job and get suspended. Then she end up getting fired, and you the last person to get an IP address. But my thing is, if she didn't do it, you might as well did it, or somebody that did it that know you did it. Then it could have been somebody else. These other T channels out here that's jealous of her that did it. Then she got a lot of haters out here right now.
That is true.
Check this out, though. Check this out. The nail in the coffin. To make her look even worse, make Nisha look even worse, the picture of Walt's car from behind. They took from behind his car in Cindy's parking lot.
Yep.
Nisha is in Milwaukee. Cindy is in Memphis. They got a clear picture, like they were standing behind the vehicle and took that picture and sent it to Nisha. So
in Memphis too now. So that means she either got family down there or she know people down there that could have went and took that picture for her.
But if she can do that, then she damn sure can make sure a job get called so somebody can lose their job. You know, maybe it was somebody else, but we can't take her off the list. She at the top, if you ask me.
Well, in my head, she did it. Until they prove me wrong, she did it. Nisha did it. She did.
They said bingo, Tiffany. Yes, Tiffany. That's just crazy to me. Well, we still have yet to get the full, I guess you could say, Nisha's side of the story.
Yeah,
like Tiffany said, I mean,
she's holding that shit hostage. Nisha make me sick. She holding the tea hostage.
But
I don't think she got nobody
no more. I give B Love props. I'm gonna tell you why. Because she came in and did damage control because she knew what these messy women were gonna do. People can feel how they want to feel about the interview, but that's a brother and a sister talking. She's not gonna talk to them like she would if she was interviewing one of us. That's a brother and a sister sitting up there laughing and hee-heeing and bullshitting. That's what it was. She know how her brother is, but one thing,
she can ask those questions.
She's not gonna let her brother fail, and she ain't gonna let other women bring him down. I know that. So she stepped in to save his ass. That's what she got. And she stepped in. So none of these other people come out. Nisha, as example, come out here and dog him. Now he gonna tell his side first, and y'all gonna go from there. That's what's gonna happen.
That's right. That's right.
That's why I don't think we need to hear nothing else from Nisha. I don't care. We don't care at this point.
No. Well, what tea could she possibly have to spill at this point? Like he's back where he wanted to be,
a roommate or a sister or brother or something. That's what she need to focus on. Puppy.
Girl, that damn thing name is Seabiscuit. That ain't no damn puppy. Puppies are cute. That thing is big.
Puppy gets on my nerves. Him and
that motherfucker got horsepower and girth behind his ass. That ain't no puppy.
Horsepower. No horsepower, Mama.
Shit, he got some goddamn shit. Puppy. That nigga name is goddamn El Perro. That's a dog, damn it. That nigga name is Dog. That ain't Puppy. That's a big ass goddamn dog.
Who did Brandon?
She insinuated there were more than 3 women. Child, now look.
What do a
single man do when he fresh single? He stick his little ding-a-ling-a-ding in everybody. Yeah, even if they not everybody. Shoot, what you?
Goddamn, Walt was out there sowing his royal oats like a motherfucker.
And Walt Pay. Who ain't Walt Pay too? Everybody's trying to get a piece of that chain.
And women do it too.
But not saying everybody and their mama wanted goddamn Walt. Like the girl Chanel said, she was like, oh my God, he was such a good kisser. Now everybody got their own, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Walt is somebody that I see like, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. I don't see him in no sexual way like that whatsoever.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? To each his own. It is what it is.
More than some rent for me.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. But like I said, I do want to see what Nisha's response is, because like I don't know if I think it was you, Sunshine. She was very cocky. Walt didn't know nothing about no goddamn super chats. He didn't know nothing about blocking and hiding no comments. He didn't know none of that. My nigga just got on there high with a bottle and was talking. He ain't know nothing about nothing that was going on with nothing.
Like, or wait for likes. I hate when they wait for likes.
Oh, yeah, I think was it you, sis, or Brandy? One of y'all pointed out, like, when she was, this is a while ago, when they was asking, this is when she first came on the scene, and they was asking for Walt Cash App. She wouldn't give Walt Cash App, but the B gave hers.
I will say I was in a live and I see where it was this one particular person. It was the T channel. They kept asking Walt what his Cash App was. But the comments were moving so fast, he was listening. And so he never said what it was, right? Then they asked Nisha what her Cash App was. She was like, oh, my Cash App is whoop-de-whoop, put it in the chat, this, that, and the other. Yep. That same person came back and asked Walt again what his Cash App was. That shit got deleted. I was like, oh, word?
Mm-hmm. Wow. On his live. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he decided to hot tail it out of there after that Local Libra stuff, because he saw that it was too much drama.
Yeah.
I think he said and his numbers dropped like 2,000 in a day. And I'm sure he knew that. And that's when he reached out. His sister probably called him, or he called her, and they said, let's fix it.
She said she was getting inboxes and stuff, but B stepped in. B let it go so far. And when she knew he was gone, she was like, oh, hell no, I got to do damage control. Let me get this together.
Yeah, like these niggas, he doing
like,
gumbos.
And we all know B helped the whole family. We know B is the one that got the money, and she probably like, you ain't finna get back in my pockets.
I know that's right.
It was real funny though. When Walt said, I don't think Walt ever gonna leave Cindy again. Walt said, ever since I left Memphis, I ain't been in nothing but drama.
Baby, he said I ain't been nothing but drama. And he was for real about this shit. He said, man, since I left goddamn Memphis, it ain't been nothing but trouble. I said, it sure has. Before you should shut your ass down where the hell you was at in the first goddamn place.
He was like, I ain't have all this drama before. I ain't have none of this drama. None of this. Mm-hmm.
I bet you done learned it's cheaper to keep her.
And I hate the way they talk about Cindy, because Cindy, she looked damn good to be 51 years old.
I like Cindy, baby. Cindy done lost some weight. Cindy done came out, baby. Y'all had her fucked up. I knew when I seen her dancing in that goddamn kitchen when she was cooking that kitchen, making that Kiki roll, baby. When she was making that Kiki roll, I said, oh, baby, Walt finna come home on the first night. We finna get that Thundercat, baby.
The Thundercat.
Cindy said, she said, y'all youngest want to play with me? Let me show you what this 51-year-old can do.
Cindy said, let me show you what this Kiki do. I can show you what this Thundercat do, right? Baby, she said, let me throw on a little Charlie Wilson, show you young bitches how old bitches get our man back home.
She was all into it.
Baby, she was rolling the Kiki while cooking food. Cindy had a goddamn plan, then.
That's a man's dream. That is a man's dream. Yeah.
You cooking, rolling that Kiki. Come on.
Yes.
And Puppy eating trying to get up there and get the goddamn on food.
Yeah.
Got to tell Puppy to stop all the time. She got the phone like this, reading the comments. Well, that's your Puppy. Well, you need to go over there then.
Walt was like, I'm about to get away from these motherfucking people, get my ass back to Memphis where I belong. This is some bullshit.
Yes, Brandy. She was laughing at them cooter rolls. But baby, Walt came home them cooter rolls, baby. She had him
like them cooter rolls, don't he?
Them cooter rolls up in that kitchen, cooking, baby.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna break up again, honestly.
No,
and if they do, we'd never know. We'd never know.
Like
no, you know what? Cindy ain't finna let him go pay no other B rent no more. He didn't pay no. What you Cindy like? That's coming back here. That's my money.
Okay. Hell no. And then not only that, Walt, see, you don't know what you got until it's gone. And I think that's the both of their ass. They both learn that. Because I like Walt and Cindy together. I think they're cute together. I do think that Cindy, and I do appreciate Cindy for saying when her and Walt first got together, she did get with him off the strength that he was B-Love's brother. But eventually she developed feelings for him, and I completely and totally believe that. And like I said, once they both split up from each other, they both realized, oh shit, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. So they went on ahead and they supposed to be getting married on July 15th, her birthday.
Her birthday, yep.
I'm gonna be here for that. I want to see that.
It's just like I said, we want to leave. I can fuss all day. You get on my goddamn nerves, this, that, and that. But I know what to expect from my husband too.
Okay,
so going out here and trying to date somebody else or be with somebody else. I got I'm too old for that shit. I'm sorry, I'm too old. I'm gonna go ahead and have my fit. He'll leave me alone for a minute, let me do whatever I gotta do. Then he know to come back around.
Exactly. He know come on home because dinner be ready in just a little bit. Bring your ass home.
Yeah, he know. My husband know I'm a brat. I'm gonna whine. I'm gonna do whatever. That's just me. I'm a brat. You know. But
we're gonna keep everybody posted on that. We'll follow up on that next week to see what the latest is on that, child. But moving on to the next subject, y'all.
You're hiding inside the attic.
So there was, I'm gonna show you guys this video, but this is a video clip. This is from Malik Halfbaker of Indianapolis. He committed a quadruple murder over a stimulus check, child. Killed his baby mama, her mother, her brother, and their cousin. Okay. I'm gonna play a clip of this video and then we will get into our commentary on that.
Team officers found Malik Halfbaker hiding inside the attic of a house on the east side Sunday afternoon. The family of his alleged victims tells me it was 24 hours short of the moment he walked into this house and demanded money from Genetrius Moore, the mother of his child.
He wanted some of Genetrius's tax money and stimulus money. She had just got her money and he wanted half of her money. She said, no, you don't deserve any of this. I work, I take care of our child. You don't do anything.
Inside the house were Genetrius's mother, Tamika Brown, her brother, Daquan Moore, her cousin, Anthony Johnson, and her daughter, Eve Moore.
Daquan was trying to save his sister. He was taking up for his sister. He stood up and said, she said, you cannot have the money. You cannot have her money. That's what she said. And pushed Malik. And Malik pulled out the gun and just started killing everybody.
Genetrius Moore told her family she was shot but escaped after Halfbaker reportedly put their baby in the car and prepared to drive away. The baby was later recovered unharmed. The family said Genetrius feared Halfbaker and knew he carried a gun.
She was afraid to do this man because she knew that he would come back and kill her. He had threatened her numerous times, put sugar in her tank, slashed her tires, shot up her car. You know, I mean, she lived in fear with this man.
And in the end, with so much lost, all the survivors have is each other.
It's always about family here. You can't take that for granted.
Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.
Y'all, that is so sad over a goddamn stimulus check. To think that you have the balls to go in and demand money for, or demand half the money for a child that you don't even goddamn take care of in the first fucking place. And you end up leaving this child without her mother and without your ass too, because you wasn't there in the beginning. But now she doesn't have her mother. She doesn't have her grandmother or her uncle, or even one of her cousins. You murdered all them. And just to think, what if that child was there when all this happened? What was going on through her mind? I'm sure she's gonna need a lot of psychological help, a lot of psychological counseling, because that is a horrible goddamn crying damn shame. What are y'all guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I found out later because I'm one of those people that cross-reference because I need the entire story. She had got a PPO, a personal protection order, out against him in October of 2020. So he wasn't even supposed to be around her to begin with.
Oh wow!
Which makes it even worse because when you have situations like this where there's past domestic violence issues, that piece of paper is a good safeguard to get, but it is not the only thing you must have. You've got to take the extra precaution to protect yourself. Like if you are in a urban area, you know, you could be at your house, this dude come bust the door down, and you're gone before the police can even get to you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes in the urban areas, it's the police response is slower. You know, so when you're thinking about that type of stuff, you got to think about the extra safety precautions you need to take too, because this is the kind of stuff that happens all the time. A lot of women that got PPOs, especially those serious cases, they end up deceased by the hands of the perpetrator to begin with. So I think it's sick. Clearly, he wasn't doing nothing to think he should. I don't know why he thought he deserved it, just because he gave, you know, he was half responsible for that child being there. That don't mean nothing. You know, not to mention, I'm sure he probably got his own. So why don't you go somewhere with your $1,400 and enjoy yourself. Now you're gonna be in jail for the rest of your life. You're probably gonna get 4 because you killed 4 people. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I feel really sad for the baby. But I think the baby was 6 months, and so it don't matter when you lose your mama, you know. It's gonna be a tad bit easier for her because she doesn't know. She's gonna have that period of time where she needs to adjust to whoever is her caretaker, but she is very young, 6 months. She may not even remember the entire instance, you know. One of the people that got killed though was a minor child. I can't remember how old she was, but I want to say either 7 or 11, something like that. That was sad. But yeah, these personal protection orders and this domestic violence stuff, people got to take it more serious. Don't stop at the courthouse and think that's all you need to do. You got to do more. You've got to do more.
Yeah. This guy got me pissed off. I was like, what was the reason for the door? Oh, was it money? He must be a bum because I was like, you got your own, you know, you need to get half of your money, especially if you're not taking care of your own kid. It's like, come on, you think you deserve half of that money and then you want to kill 4 people over it? And now you're not going to get the money anymore because you're going to be in jail for the rest of life. And I hope they get out for the rest of their life and don't get out because that is stupid crazy. And that's what sometimes, like, you don't have kids with someone so quickly. You just got to, you never know. It's like, you 4 people. And that's society sometimes like a bum ass or something like that. I wouldn't even try to deal with. It's like, it's just sad. And then somebody at the end saying, oh, it is stuff that's been going through and had issues. And I just so, where's the protection at? And I was like, yes, they had the PPO, but family members know who that is. It's like, who snitched on, like, did she got her residency private? And who told her where she lived at? So like that. I was like, listen, I don't want nobody know. I don't care who he is. Father don't know father. It's like, no, you're not knowing where I live, where my kids at, and the man to come inside and did he knock? Well, they said that he got in, or she let him in, or he just knocked the door in. Like
they said that he
opened the door.
They said that he was there 24 hours. So I'm guessing he must have been there, and probably slowly over time it escalated. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, some sort of altercation happened and he ended up murdering him from there.
Because he was in there. I was like, I don't know why he would be in there if she did got the order of protection, I guess.
He was there already the day before. So, and you know what? Honestly, a lot of domestic violence situations, especially when you have protective orders, the person doesn't necessarily stay away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if the victim is okay with that person still coming around, they're still going to end up coming around regardless if they have a protective order, you know what I'm saying, in place or not. Okay, T. Racy.
Yeah, it is crazy if it happens. So I was like, I have no sympathy for a guy who does stuff like that. I have no sympathy who will kill people for money. It's like, if it's that damn serious, like really, you can get somewhere else to get money. It's like, you don't need to go through all that, and now you go be in jail. And then I want to hear, no, you having a whole new leaf or life, took yourself over the guard. It's too late for that. You already have what I was going to say about that. It's like, it's just dumb for them to do that. So glad they got him. And I'm sorry to say that, but he's one of the people who don't need to come out at all.
No, he doesn't. He needs to stay exactly where the hell he at.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts, Miss Sunshine?
It's sad. Like, I don't know. It's just sad because why do men, like, what type of man are you to think that you're entitled to half of her money that she worked for, not you, that she worked for? And we already know you probably ain't taking care of the kids if it's already a protection order against you. So you are already a nothing. But it's just, I don't know, it's just sad. The whole situation is sad. Like, all of them people are gone over some freaking money. Money that's not, he wasn't even entitled to. Now you done left your child home with no parents, no grandparents, no uncles. Like, who is going to care for this baby? Like, it's just sad.
That make you sad.
Yeah,
I got another comment about it. I have a huge problem And you call me what you want, old fashioned, but I got a huge problem with a man asking a woman for money
Girl, yes,
under any
ma'am.
circumstance.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Even my husband, now because I know my husband like the back of my hand, if I ever thought he needed something, my pocketbook wide open for him. But he would never ask. One. But like, just in general, I think that is so tacky. And I don't like that these the younger generation, unfortunately, is growing up thinking that that's okay to ask a woman for some money or demand it or think you're entitled to it. Yeah, no, I think that's trifling if you ask me.
I agree.
But everybody don't think that way. He clearly didn't. As a matter of fact, he thought he was entitled to it, like it belonged to him. But he should have took his ass out and cut some grass, shoveled some snow somewhere, or took some bottles back. The bottle return. You're supposed to do everything you can before you ask a woman for money. That's just trifling.
Yep.
We was raised old school. That's why. This new generation don't know nothing about that. But now we was
that's a red flag of a bomb. I mean, soon as you ask me, it's a wrap. Like you'll never hear from me. You won't even get my no, because you won't hear from me again.
That is talking about sex. That is the biggest turn off to me. It's talking about sex and money.
That used to be the saying back in the day. The if you want to get a man to leave, talk about money. Ask his ass for some money.
Yep.
Get in his pockets. Mama done say, yeah. If you go
get in his pockets,
get in his pockets. You ain't gonna stay in
no.
Shit like that. He must be a bum since the beginning. So that's what's like. You gotta be careful who you lay in bed and have kids with.
Yep. As my mom said, you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas.
A long time ago.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, boo boo. I'm sorry, y'all. My son was bringing me something. Good child. He hurt his little ankle child yesterday. We went to a trampoline park and talked about, Mama, I think I broke my ankle and I need crutches. No, you don't.
Oh, Lord.
The dramatics. I love it.
The dramatics of it all. And I think I need crunches. Not crutches, crunches. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
He diagnosed his own stuff. Gave his own x-rays and everything.
Everything is killing my youngest. I don't care what he do. I could say boo. Standing right in front of him and say boo. And he'll be like, oh my God, you almost killed me. Every time I turn around,
my goddamn dramatic ass son. Child, my child's so damn dramatic. Oh, he's so dramatic. Okay, y'all, moving on to the next subject here. We're gonna get into this clip on Maury, y'all. Shout out to Maury. Maury is always a show that I can watch in the clutch, no matter what mood I'm in, baby. A good old Maury Povich episode. You are not the father, and to see them hosts sprint off the stage to the backstage with their wig flying out. Lord, that's the best. I live for it. Well, there was a recent episode. There were 3 sisters on there, and it was a paternity test being done after 40 years, okay? These particular sisters thought, now it's 3 sisters. One, the oldest sister, she knows that the man is not her biological father. It was really the other 2 sisters that believed this one man was their father after 40 years. This Puerto Rican man was their father, right? Now, I'm going to just play a little bit of it. I'm going to play the beginning of it, and then I'm going to play the end of it. So, of course, y'all can see the good, the results as it is. And then we're going to get into it, okay? We're going to talk about sisters and basically, well, I'm going to show y'all this clip, and then we're going to get into it from there. I'm going to give away too much. Hold on. Let me unmute the bad boy.
Now, Tonette has 2 older sisters, Linda and Jackie.
Don't worry, I want to correct her. I'm not a broad. I am a queen. That's for number 1.
Joining us from Dallas, Texas is Tonette. Now, Tonette has 2 older sisters, Linda and Jackie. All 3 of these women love and cherish their father, Antonio. But last month, Tonette was stunned when Jackie, her older sister, told her she should get a DNA test because Jackie doesn't think that Antonio is Tonette's father. Now, it's not the first time that Tonette has heard this, because Tonette says her other sister, Linda, has been making the same hurtful claims as long as she can remember. Watch this.
Growing up, I have always known Antonio.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
Growing up, everyone could see that Antonio is my father.
When my sister Jackie told me that I should get a DNA test for Antonio, and I know that he's my father, that broad opened up a can of worms.
My mother is African American, and my father is Puerto Rican. It's clear that I am biracial. Antoinette is not.
Just because I'm dark, it doesn't mean that I'm not half Puerto Rican. Linda wanted me to take a DNA test, so I made her take one too.
I'm really scared for my sister Antoinette. I'm worried about how she's going to react when the truth comes out.
And Jackie is clearly on Linda's side.
And she looked like goddamn Respucia.
Antoinette has no right to blame Jackie or me for any of this. It hurts to see my little sister cry. But at the end of the day, we're still sisters.
It's not funny, but it's funny. But it's not funny, girl. But this shit is funny.
So for the record,
girl, looking
Jackie
hot damn
is
mess.
not Antonio's biological daughter, but
okay, I'm gonna fast forward to the end, child, so y'all can see the end of this.
Were raised by your all's mother, right? And Jackie had been adopted out, but your father was always in your life, and financially he supported you, right?
Yes, he provided for us. He provided for me and Linda our entire life.
All of y'all, entire life.
I mean, there's a lot going on between the three of you. At least maybe I can give you an answer, and that will answer some of your questions, okay?
Let's go, Maury.
Oh, damn, Tracy, that's fucked up.
In the case of 47-year-old Tonette, Antonio is not the father.
Hell, you can look at the picture and tell he wasn't none of that.
Damn, I'm like, is we really gonna act like you?
In the case of 48-year-old Linda, Antonio is not the father.
Boom! Boom!
No,
me too. They know that her that y'all call for a minute, and he's still my daddy too.
So
it's
here,
not gonna change.
wait a second. You all are sisters. You all are sisters. You share the same mother, okay?
Y'all, what y'all think about that? That is damn, yes, Brandy. Maury still comes on. I still be catching Maury, child, on my doggone fire stick. Tracy said her sister told her they found her in a trash can. That's goddamn messed up. That's damn messed up. Do y'all think she told her that just because she was dark skinned? And not only that, you think the lighter skinned sister, do you think she probably you think that she probably teased her whole life because she was lighter skinned and she was probably like, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm half Puerto Rican, this, that, and the other. You dark skinned, you this, that, and the other. Because that's the first thing I thought about.
Well, nothing Puerto Rican about her. And it's just like me being light skinned. I'm saying I'm Puerto Rican. They all three of them was ugly.
I'm gonna get y'all thoughts. Miss 42, what's your thoughts on it?
So I'm gonna pass to Mizzle because I don't believe Maury is real. I enjoy it because listen, I watch the stories, honey. I'm a Young and the Restless freak. Okay, so I watch fiction. But I don't, and so I can't really wrap my mind around what's true and what's not. So yeah, I'm a pass.
So yeah, Maury does have a lot of theatrics with the families and stories and stuff. So going into this story, I feel like, first of all, that Jackie with her face expressions and all like that, act like she was a queen. I said, first of all, you're a strong 50 wearing a crown as a figure fan.
Looking like a trans.
You ready to go to hard cake? Up that hard and wearing a crown on that. You look stupid. It's like that's what you do. So first of all, that was bad. And I
do better drag.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm with him. I'm 100% with brother. I'm 100% with him. She gave me trans vibes. Like, wait a minute.
And, because since Jackie, the oldest, was not raised with them, she feels a little bit of resentment towards the other two because she wasn't in the household. So I guess they probably threw it at her face. I don't know, maybe
I'm sure they did.
Tonette and Jackie was going back and forth and going through that because you wasn't raised with us. Because I have a similar back when my oldest aunt was not raised with my mother and her two sisters and everything. And they had little issues going through too. So it's like I understand that coming from, and so I do believe that they might be throwing the face of Jackie. And so Jackie said, "Oh well, you need to get a DNA test too," because Linda said that because the father's not yours. Now Linda, I do believe she has a badge of honor to think that she was biracial. She was claiming that she's biracial, so like that. Oh yeah, I'm the lightest skin. I'm better than us. Like that. My father and everything. And all that said and done. And I do believe Tonette was people with the freaking issue as well. Even though they probably was hurting her, she was going jazz with them too. So they all was not innocent in this situation. All of them was not innocent. And I do believe that as all is said and done, y'all arguing about who this father is, but y'all fail to realize that he was raising all three of y'all, two of y'all in a household. And maybe Jackie too, even though she wasn't in the household as much. Since y'all was little and raised y'all and never complained. He took 3 kids that he probably knew that he was not the father and raised y'all. And y'all were being in the national television bickering over back and forth who's your father. He is your father at the end of the day, whether the DNA results said or not. For y'all to go back and forth, and then Linda was trying to bash that on and say, "Oh yeah, that's my father, and he's not yours, and I have look like him." I said, "Girl, shut up. You just like because she was in the household, and Tonette was going back and forth, and maybe they was hammering on her. Linda was hammering at freaking Tonette, say, "Oh well, you're dark skin, you ain't biracial," and I believe that. That's what I feel.
Well, that big one, that one sister, oldest sister, she was adopted. She was adopted. She wasn't raised with them at all. I don't think they found out about her until they got older. And I think the mom was already gone and everything by then. So from the beginning of the story, what I was listening to. But for one, that's y'all father. For one thing, y'all are stupid for even coming over on this show disrespecting that man. Blood or no blood, that is your father. Yes. And for you to be 50-some years old to come on Maury and act a goddamn on fool like that, all 3 of them, she's sitting up there, the one that was adopted sitting up there with a goddamn crown on her hand, looking like stupid. I want to say something, but I ain't gonna say it on her, but she's looking like that. And then the other one
looking like the hostess queen.
Yes. Looking like somebody out Vigo. But she and then I don't know why people that's light-skinned, well, let me clarify this. Some people that's light-skinned think because you light-skinned and you cute. You know how many ugly light-skinned people it is out there? It is a gang of ugly light-skinned people. Light-skinned don't mean you cute at all, honey. You know how I wish my skin color was darker. You ain't gotta have them little red spots. You touch your face red. You got red, white, you want white, your face red, get pale in the wintertime. You gotta do this and do that. I don't want to go through all that stuff. No, give me some color. Let me get it. Like, y'all know how much I be 1 to 10. I be wanting to get that color in me, but.
They wrong for the way that they treated that sister though.
They stupid and they too old to be up there acting. I'm happy he wasn't none of their father.
yeah, that's you know what? That's what I said. I'm glad he wasn't now one of y'all goddamn dead because you made yourself look stupid in the first damn place. You make yourself damn look stupid. But this is my thing. Did the mother and the father pass away, or just the father?
No, the dad was still alive. He refused to come on there. He wouldn't come on the show. He refused.
He probably knew and didn't care. Yeah, and he didn't care.
It didn't even matter. He raised you. That is your daddy. For you to think that you better because you mix and you ugly. You ugly anyway, even if you was mixed. But I even can look at you, tell you ain't mixed. You just a light-skinned ugly girl.
Girl, exactly. Yes, with black and African American, baby. Use black. But yeah, the fact that she did think she was better than her because she was light-skinned and I'm Puerto Rican and this and the other, girl, bye.
It's hella light-skinned girls out here. Hella. Hella.
Well, that wasn't fair to the dad.
Happened in the wintertime.
No.
And
you never know.
Mm-mm.
The daddy probably didn't want nothing to do with that. The daddy was probably like, that is just mess. Why y'all are choosing to do this? I don't know why, but I don't want no parts of it. Honestly, he should have told their ass before they went on it. Like, girl, now you know I'm not your daddy, right? Or something to tell them down and told them that. Then to let them go on, because you knew that was going on there.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. The babies don't look like you. They don't look like your mama. They don't look like none of your brothers and sisters or nothing. So you know they're not your damn kids. You knew that. So why even let them go on there?
Let them be a fool. They want to be a fool. And his ass is like, they my kids. That man knew them were his kids. And he knew he wasn't even there for them like that, but he took care of them because he was in the service. So, but he still took care of them kids, and it doesn't matter. Blood doesn't matter. Yeah, the best stepdads are way better than some dads, and I can vouch for that. I got one.
We just talked about a story where the biological father wasn't worth shit. He killed her mama and the rest of her damn family over a stimulus check. So you know, sometimes those biological daddies ain't worth nothing.
Shit. No, Lord. Hopefully that family, hopefully some good. I mean, because you don't ever want to see those sisters fighting. And being a sister, having 6 sisters, you don't ever want to get into it with your sisters. You don't ever want to, especially now. Like I said, I understand, and I get older, and I put a post on Facebook not too long ago. Families need to get back to having Sunday dinners and reunions and cookouts, and not just getting together.
Used to do with us.
I agree. That's what kept the family together. That's what kept the generations together, and the love and all that. So hopefully, and I pray for that family that some good does come out of it. Because like I said, being a sister and having many sisters, you don't ever want to be at odds with your sisters. You just don't. It hurts. And as a sister, I feel like it hurts me more than it would hurt my sister if I get into it with my sisters. That's just how I am with my sisters. That's just me though. But speaking of daddies, y'all, let's move on to the next subject, y'all. Kirk Franklin is in the news and in the media with his son, Kerrion Franklin. His son, Kerrion Franklin, not too long ago, released an audio tape of his father, Kirk Franklin, cussing the cowboy shit out of him. Now, in the recording, Kirk Franklin was basically, baby, he started it off. Let me tell you, your bitch ass, whoop-de-whoop-de-doo-doo. He went off on his ass in that recording, okay? I just heard something about your bitch ass and choke you and some shit like that, okay? Now, Kerrion he's always said that him and his dad have had a volatile relationship. He came out and said, what was this, last year or the year before that Kirk Franklin tried to kill him before? He came out and said that. Yes, Brandy, that's the first thing I thought of. Stomp. Because, baby, when I tell you Kirk Franklin was ready to stomp and have a revolution and send all kind of melodies from heaven down on that ass, he was ready for him, okay? Well, Kerrion, since releasing the audio tape of Kirk Franklin cussing him out, there's also been another audio tape that has been released that one of Kerrion's old roommates released, where he was saying he was actually getting into it with another roommate, and another roommate was recording it. In the background, one of the roommates started to play some Kirk Franklin music, and the music cuts off, or you can hear the music playing, and you can hear Kerrion saying something about thanks for playing my molester's music, or thanks for playing my abuser's music. Well, now he's starting to basically allege, because it's all allegedly, he's starting to allege that Kirk Franklin may have had an inappropriate relationship with him in a sexual way. Aside from him being verbally and emotionally abusive towards him, he's now accusing him of doing, various things, which, like I said, it's all allegedly. We don't know if it is or is not. But with all this going around, y'all, I just wanted to get into this and talk about this. Now, I'm old school. I have scars to this day because I got sideways with my mama when I was 14. I am not opposed to no good old cussing out of your child, especially if I'm feeding you, I'm clothing you, I'm providing everything that you need and then some. Now, again, we don't know the relationship that Kirk Franklin and Carrie Ann have together, okay? We don't know the ins and outs of it whatsoever. But I'm a strong, firm believer that as a child, you should never, ever, ever, especially in a public light, get out there and disrespect your parents. Put your parents in a bad lighting like that. Especially Kirk Franklin being who he is now. And I know the son, the last thing he's thinking about is his reputation and any of that as far as, well, maybe he is. He probably is thinking about, let me ruin the reputation, whoop-de-whoop, you know, this, that, and the other. But like, raise your hand if your mama, your daddy done cussed you out before. I didn't see nothing wrong with the cussing out, especially with the way Carrie Ann was responding back, talking about try it and I wish you would and all this other crazy ass shit that he was saying. But this whole thing has just gotten completely blown. It's gone completely left. Mizzle, I'm going to ask you because I think you actually seen, or you seen the interview with the mother. The mother has come out and she said some words on it as well. But Miss 42, I'm going to start with you. Have you not gotten a good cussing out from your mama or your daddy before, or they didn't have to lay down the law some kind of way? I don't see nothing wrong with Kirk Franklin going off on his son the way that he did. Because like I said, we don't know everything that son has put him through. That's just me. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Girl, my mama used to backhand me before God got the news. Do you understand me? Yeah, she knew before he knew. So yeah, that's how quick it was on a regular basis. And I'm glad she did. You know, it didn't kill me. As a matter of fact, I think it made me a more respectable person, which is what I wanted to lead to. I don't get why was he recording that conversation of his dad cussing him out anyway? You know, it makes me feel like he didn't have no respect for his father to begin with. To even press record, to catch his father in that type of light. He must have knew that or felt that maybe he was going to use that one day. Maybe he was prompted by his mama or something. I don't know. But my biggest issue is the lack of respect for parents. I've said this a million times. I have a soft spot for parents, and he's going to regret it one day. You only get one set. You know what I mean? And once you mess up, you can't. You know, once you put stuff out there and say things and do things, you can't take it back. It's there, you know, and this just makes him look bad to me. Again, I done got cussed out by mamas, uncles, aunties, whoever, and I wouldn't never respond in a disrespectful way, even if they was wrong. You know, I think several of my backhands were unwarranted. You know, but I took them like a champ because that was mama and she was cooking and cleaning. And every time I wanted the new gym shoe, I got it. So yeah, you know, sometimes maybe that smack was meant for your brother because he was the one that was really talking the shit. But you know, it just is what it is when it comes to parents. You gotta have that respect. He disrespectful, and it's a Bible verse for that. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Mizzle, what are your thoughts on that? Like I said, I know you seen the interview with the mama. So what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, okay. So yeah, because I did talk about this in my lives on like for 2 weeks in a row, and it is a lot. Like I said, him recording is like sometimes when you record someone, you never have a good attention for recording. You manipulate the story how you want to manipulate and narrate the story. So if he wants to come out with abuse, because he's coming out with abuse a lot. He's saying he's been physically abused. Now he's saying he's been sexually abused, allegedly, and by his father. And that will be the thing to make people believe, okay, he be cursing me out. So he's very abusive too. So like that, it's like that. Now growing up, yeah, most of us was young. We had Southern families, Southern background. We get hit, we get abused, like that. And it doesn't make it right all the time, but we understand to stay alive. So like that. So I understand it could be going too far. But the fact that you only release that only clip, and not release everything that make us so we all can have a sound judgment of what exactly was said. Now, if you had that thing and you didn't say nothing on something, your father was going off on you, then it was like, okay, Kirk, you're doing too much. It's like that.
Right.
We didn't get that. We just only got that part. Now with the mother basically on the protecting, it makes they co-parents with Carry On, and that's her only son. She is taking up for Kirk. She was saying that I don't even know that Kirk will be able to do something like that, but she just said that if something did happen, we could go to police and something like that. And then she also mentioned something about statute of limitations. So I don't know what she was referring to in that aspect until we saw the clip where Armand Wiggins mentioned that he said, "Oh, thank you for playing my molested music." So it was like, okay, so now you're saying that the father, I don't know if it's him, but that's the song he's playing. And then people say, "Oh, I knew it," because people saying he was alluded to something. He never mentioned who the person's name was. Now mentioning that allegedly his father did it. So now it got way out of hand to that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then they mentioned how they have a couple, they've been through therapy since he was younger, like teenager. And somehow it stopped. I think Carry On stopped the therapy session, and now it breaks the progress, and then had to start all over. And Kirk still wants to make the relationship last with his father, with his son. So it's like, if it's true that he is abusing you, I have to say, it's like, if you've been abused, you got to step away from the person who has caused you so much harm and cut the ties. You 32 years old. If your father's caused you this much pain, you need to cut it off. It's like that. Now, I don't know what's his angle for releasing that audio, because I said I don't believe why he should about winning that audio. Now, I'm not going to dismiss his hurt, because something may have happened to this boy, and we don't know. And it's holding on to him. He's holding on to it for years, and there's never make a breakthrough. So I don't know what exactly what's going on. Did people didn't believe him when he was growing up, that he was saying all this stuff? Didn't get the help? He was shut out. He was shut up. It's like that. The way how you went about it, it was too much. It was wrong. But something's happened to this boy, and we don't know what's going on. And I guess maybe this is his way to say it, because he was never been heard. And it's a lot going on. And so the mother is silent. She said, "I'd rather have Kirk discipline you than having some police officer treat you and take you and think you was some crazy person and they kill you 6 feet under." So it's a lot going on. And she said it was challenges with the boy and everything. So it's more to the story, and it's just sad. It's just really sad how this evidence is coming out. And then Kirk looked defeated when he did Tamarind Hall. He looked very defeated when he was talking about and then all that stuff. So it's a lot, yeah. I don't want to miss Sunshine's opinions, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
Before we get into Sunshine's opinion, I was in your live earlier, and Tracy actually made a good point. Tracy was saying that when they were playing the music, the Kirk Franklin music, and they cut it off, and he had said, "Thank you for playing my molester's music," he never specified. Like, Tracy made a good point. It could have been somebody that was close to the family. Yeah. Like she said, they said they were filming in the house. It could have been somebody that was a producer. It could have been somebody that was working with craft services. It could have been anybody. And he is basically relating his pain or taking that pain because he feels like maybe Kirk is responsible for maybe putting him in an environment to be abused in some sort of way. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was a really good point that Tracy said. Like, what if it's not even Kirk? What if it's somebody else that's around him or that was really close to them, but he, instead of him being pissed off at that person, I'm gonna be pissed off at you, Kirk, because you put me in the situation to be abused. You know what I mean?
His father for not protecting him and something like that.
Right.
And I also, before Miss Sunshine, I said, I don't know what his angle is. If you put this out there, is it because he resented because he wasn't raised with the family? Is it entitlement? We don't know. That's just saying it's a lot going on, and I don't know what's his reasons. And now people want to try and do interviews with him. I think he's refusing it, but he does bash his mother and father for doing interviews. So I'll say you put it out there, but now they can't defend themselves. Now you over it. I don't know.
Oh wait, so he mad with the mom too?
Yeah, because she did an interview and he said something on his post.
Oh, okay.
That they have the interviews and they don't care about me and everything. I'm so over it. It's just like this what it is. I was like, oh, I don't know.
And it's obvious that he has some sort of trauma. And it's obvious that he's been through something, but it's his delivery and his way of trying to seek this attention. It's the way that he's crying out that's making everybody not believe him or not even be open to listening to what it is that he has to say. This man, quite honestly, like I said, we don't know. He could be telling the complete and honest truth. Like we see Kirk stomping melodies from heaven and all that, and we just see, you know, this great man of God when we don't know. His carry-on could be telling the absolute and total complete truth, but it's in the delivery and it's in the way that you're seeking this attention that has everybody kind of like, oh, this motherfucker crazy. I'm not gonna listen to nothing he say. Kirk would never do nothing like that, you know, yada yada yada. And then I do like that Kirk has a lot of people that are coming to his defense, like, you know, Ricky Smiley and DL Hughley, and like a lot of his friends are coming out in his defense because a lot of people like us, they old school. Like our moms and daddies cussed us out all the doggone time. And especially if you got out of line, got out of hand, you needed that good cussing out. That's just what it was. But it's like the little boy that cried wolf. You never know. You could be telling the complete truth, but it's your actions that are shunning people away. That's just my thought. Sunshine?
First off, F his son. That's how I feel. You 33 years old. You 33 years old. You are not 10, 12, or 13 to act like a kid. It's different ways to handle your situation. The way he's handling that situation is way out of line. And then you 33 years old. You 33 years old. And you sitting up here acting like you 13. That's something you expect for a 13. In my opinion, I feel like he's one of them kids. He's mad at his dad. Maybe something did happen. I don't know. But the way that he's coming off, he's one of them kids that his dad went with his mama. He feels some type of way because his dad raised them other kids. He's one of those trouble kids. You can have 10 kids. And out of them 10 kids, you're going to have one trouble one. And he's one of them one trouble kids. And he want money too. I bet you he want money because it was somewhere I read where he said he'd give an interview for $35,000.
Boys,
$35,000. He was 33 or 35, one of them. 30, it was one of them. It was in the 30 something. F him. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel sorry for him because of the way he's handling the situation. Yeah, maybe something did happen to him, but it's different. It's a way to handle it. And that's not the way to handle it. I'm sorry. So no, I don't feel sorry for him. And I'm not even a big Kirk Franklin fan, but I will cuss my goddamn kids out in a minute. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If you do something wrong or you come to me incorrect, I'm going to cuss your ass out. If you don't like it, don't come around me. Simple as that.
And that's my sunshine.
Yep. That's just how I feel about it.
What she said.
I feel bad for Kirk that he has to go through this. Now, y'all mind you, now Kirk, he just actually kind of got his reputation back in the clear because y'all know the fool was addicted to porn not too long ago. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, but now you got this shit to goddamn deal with, and this is your son that I couldn't even imagine. I feel bad for Kirk. I really do. And I'm Team Kirk now. I'm not dismissing, like Mizzle said, I'm not dismissing the son and his allegations and one at all. Because you never know. You never know. You never want to dismiss somebody's claim of being abused. I'm gonna just say that. You never want to do that. But like I said, it's just your delivery and the way he's going about it and the way that he's putting his daddy on blast that don't nobody respect you. Don't nobody respect you. Don't nobody want to listen to what you got to say. None of that. And it's sad. It's really, really sad that their personal family business has to be played out in a public like this for all of us, everybody to judge and to criticize. That's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? If Kirk got a wheel, he wouldn't be in my wheel. I know that.
Okay.
That's what I know. He would be in mine. And my thing is, if your father didn't do it, why you need to clear up them? You need to clear that up.
Especially that.
I feel like he's after money. It's a money thing. Somebody just said on her he's living in a hotel.
He's living in a hospital, yeah.
He on drugs. We don't know his background. He probably a dope head. We don't know.
It's been reported that he was on drugs before.
Some people say
they will say anything just to get money. They will do anything just to get money. I ain't feeling the son. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm not. And then, like, back off what Mrs. said, you only played the part with your dad cussing you out. What led up to the cussing out? Because ain't no parent. I'm gonna say some parents will cuss you out, but it's from Kirk Franklin thing. I'm not just gonna cuss my kid out. I don't get that vibe from her either. Now, if I cuss your ass out, cuss your ass out because you did something.
Yes, exactly.
I'm you out just because. But you only played the part where he was cussing you out. What led up to that cussing out?
Yeah.
It's like he just cussed you out. Boy, get your ass on. Go have some kids. Don't you have no kids? You go get therapy, go to rehab, get a job. Because he one of them kids that family with money. You rich, you ain't have to do nothing. So go, it's time to get off your daddy and money, your mama and money, and get your own money. That's what it's time to do. Get some help. If therapy is working, you need to do something else. I don't know what to do if therapy ain't working. Shit.
We heard him talking to his dad, and he wasn't the comments that he was making weren't respectful. So I can only imagine what he was saying that led up to the actual cuss out to begin with.
Yes.
You know, if he handled his dad the way he's handling him now, then absolutely, I believe he probably was talking mad shit.
Yeah, because the conversation started off with Kirk saying, "Let me tell your bitch ass stop." So it was already a long conversation before that.
And then now, Carry-On has a history or something like that recording people. I don't know if it's like thing or he just don't feel
vanity
safe with them. But he said she may have recorded stuff that I said. I lose my cool with myself sometimes. Maybe he recorded me. And so like that. So it's like that's kind of like trust, because now it's like Kirk said he didn't know his son was recording him. It's like if he did know, would he would say all of that on the recording if he knew he was gonna get recorded? People would like, no, if I knew you gonna record me, I won't say none of that stuff on that.
If you my child, I would.
Maybe
you my child.
But it's like if you know they was gonna use that to damage you or reputation.
First of all, I'd break that recording and probably one of your little fingers if you was my child and you got a recorder in my face. I wish you would put a recorder in my face and think I'm gonna say it. They're gonna hear the furniture movement.
Yes, that's how I feel about it. And Tracy, what do you mean protect him? We don't know what Kirk did. I'm not saying Kirk did anything. I don't know that. From my understanding, how that son delivered that stuff, that son is a lie to me. Delivery is everything, and how he delivered his stuff. He delivered. You can't believe anything that he say. I'm not saying nothing didn't happen to him, but who could say protect? What is she protecting? She probably did protect him. It seemed like they've been having him in counseling, but in order for counseling to work, you got to work with counseling.
You got to work with them, yeah.
And Vanity just pointed that out.
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know. Information, you're right.
Yeah.
You are definitely right.
It does take people a long time to get over childhood trauma. My mother, she even today, she still can't get over some of her childhood trauma that has happened to her. And I'm working with her like that. She's just now getting a psychiatry. She's going through for many years and working things out. So I do know it does take a long time. My thing is, if that's the issue and you need to work on your healthiness, then the toxic people in your life who is feeding you that toxicity, you got to cut them off so you can do healing. So that's what I'm saying. Is if therapy was not working with your mother and father being there, because it may be some triggering being them at your session, maybe not have session with them anymore and just work on yourself and not have your father around, and so you can work on your own healing. So maybe in the future, y'all can have a healthy conversation and not have this back and forth toxic relationship, because it's not helping his health process if you're continuing with it and he holding something in and it's not making breakthrough. Like Tracy said, there's no breakthrough in the relationship and the therapy session, and it's years and years and years. It's something that he's holding into and he's not releasing, so they get the help. So I think it's his father. It's a trigger. Maybe he needs to cut his father off and just go himself.
And like information say, you could give them all the coping skills you want, but you have to want to use them coping skills. You have to use them. If you don't want to use it, it's not working. I don't care how you could go to therapy all your life, but if you don't learn something from therapy or use them coping skills, it's wasteless. It's a waste of time. And it seemed like it's a waste of time for him to go because he's not ready. He's not ready to get over whatever he's been through or whatever issues. And I don't care. As a people who got kids, you can have 5 kids. Out of them 5 kids, you got one trouble kid. You got one trouble kid. All of them not perfect. So that's just how I feel about it.
Well, like Jamie says, all of this is public, and so we're gonna slowly get the truth as it comes out. But at the same time, like I said, you don't ever want to dismiss anybody's claim of abuse. Right. But at the same time, dog, like
Tracy,
it's like a whole lot that you got going on with that, and so we ain't gonna do nothing but pray for him. Yeah, we gonna pray for him, and we will definitely keep y'all updated on that as we find out more information on that as well. All right, y'all. Moving on to the next subject, y'all. Sharon Osborne recently, look at Mizzle. I even said Osborne. Mizzle is already pissed. Sharon Osborne recently did an interview this week with Kevin Frasier on Entertainment Tonight, where she basically tried to clean up the whole debacle that she had with Cheryl Underwood on The View. As y'all remember, we were talking about it a little bit last week, how she basically, it was her delivery and her attack that she had on Cheryl Underwood when they began to talk about Piers Morgan as it relates to the royal family, right? Now, Sharon told Kevin Frasier that she felt like she was set up and that she felt like she was a sacrificial lamb. Now, she said that they were supposed to have, the conversation was supposed to be about Pepe Le Pew and about him being canceled for being like the sexual aggressor or whatnot. That's what the conversation was supposed to be about, but somehow it led into them talking about Piers Morgan. Now, again, she says that she felt set up, that there was something that I forgot exactly what she said about the cue cards, but there were certain things that they were not supposed to talk about. And long story short, she just felt like she got put into it and that she was just basically set up like this, right? Now, I sent you guys a link. I'm going to put the link down in the chat. Funky Dineva did a review on it, and I love Funky Dineva's review about it because not only did she talk about Sharon Osborne, she talked about Asian hate and all that's been going on with that as well. Now, Kevin Frasier made a comment that Black women should have a summit and basically educate women like Sharon Osborne on racism and basically like giving her a break. Now, I like Kevin Frasier up until he did that interview with Sharon Osborne because I felt like he could have went in on her ass. That was an opportunity for him. And that's another thing that I don't really like is when a lot of white people that say racist shit or do racist shit, you want to clean up your image and you want to do an interview with a Black person. That's off the rip what I really didn't like, and that rubbed me the wrong way about that off the rip. But yes, Tracy, we rebuke Sharon Osborne in the name of Jesus. But y'all, what are y'all thoughts on the whole idea that she feels like she was set up? Now, mind you, nobody made her say the remarks that she said to Cheryl Underwood. Nobody made her feel the way that she feels about Piers Morgan and Meghan Markle and this, that, and the other. Now, mind you, I also want to bring up another important fact, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Piers has yet to come out and say a goddamn thing in defense for Sharon Osborne putting her neck out there on the line, supposedly sticking up for your friend. Now, Milza, I'm gonna start with you. What are your thoughts? What do you think about Sharon Osborne saying that she felt like she was set up and basically playing the white woman victim?
Okay, so disclaimer. I didn't hear the conversation today. I actually set the clip, but I said, "Oh my gosh, this really just went off like that. Like really, just went on." And they clearly broke it down after I saw it. I said, "Okay." After the Meghan Markle interview, that guy Piers Morgan stormed off, was up, pissed off, and everything. Now, you was not set up, the girl, because at the end of the day, we do know they had an agreement. Now, if something was going like something that's like caught you off guard, then they won't say it. That's not caught off guard because that was never part of the discussion. You took upon yourself to defend your friend and say, "What did he say that was racist?" And I had this and this and this is that. It's not exactly what he said. It's what he was doing in his act. He walked off the set. He didn't like nothing was said, and now he got himself. They ain't let him back in the show, so he got himself fired. And now you want to take upon yourself to feel so strongly about your friend in this moment, and they were trying to talk to you, and now you getting on the defense. It's like you was set up. No, you was not set up. You was using your freaking privilege as a white woman and say that you will say what you want to say and will defend a man that not into this day yet, maybe behind closed doors, but not in public, defend you, and you might get your job lost because you want to take off your neck for some guy who clearly knew what the rock is about some people that wasn't even necessarily part of the show. And now you go to sit there and saying you was attacked and this and that, and then that interview with the black lady, that was a completely PR stunt because most people who get caught out on there, they were trying to do some damage like that. Oh no, I'm not racist. It's not this and that. I could talk to a black person. You could talk to a black person all you want. You still could be a racist shit. And the fact that you kept going off the bat with this guy, knowing where he was standing, and he was clearly standing with exactly what he was saying, it's like clearly you racist. You may not be saying a racist comment, but you was clearly showing action, and then you keep defending and keep defending and keep defending, and now you say you've been attacked, and also no, you was not. And they clearly will say that, oh, we've been attacked, because you figured out white guilt. You know something was wrong. You knew you did something was wrong, and now you're trying to clean it up, and it's clearly failing because now, and then it's not fair to your other co-hosts who have to have the show put on how hate it because you're behind. It's messed up, and it's stupid. And then she want to sit down, and then that figure comment that no, we always gonna try to. They always want us to try to teach y'all. No, we don't need to teach y'all anything. No. We do years and years to be impressed about y'all stuff like that. If y'all don't know by now, we don't need to teach y'all anything. Because at the end of the day, we have been the most impressed group in the society. I mean, yes, it's messed up going on with the Asians right now. It's like that. But even then, they only need to stand by us like that 100%. No. For us to even go off the bat. So if none of y'all groups stand by us like that, why do we have to keep teaching and be behind y'all groups? And y'all always want to use us as your stepping stone. That's all. They know how that goes. They can help. No. Because when we was going through this, and we still going through this now, some of y'all was even marching like that. Or even for that. So Sharon, just sit down and just let her. I hope they let her go because she needs to sit down and keep her waist behind home, drinking hot chocolate. Well, I messed up my job. I just let her know because you messed up your own damn self defending the man that you need to defend, and that was your call.
That was her call. Yeah.
Yes, and you didn't have to bring that up and defend the guy, and now he still hadn't defend you yet. So now what? So, yes, that's my take on Sharon. I don't like her.
Baby, when I tell you Mizzle did not come to play, and Mizzle, I'm right there with you with the whole Asian hate thing, all that's going on. Listen, I get it. I don't feel like no group should be hated on, this, that, and the other. But let's keep it 150,000. A lot of the Asian culture has they number 2 when it comes to the racism against the African American community. Like I didn't see a whole lot out there in the Black Lives Matter protesting and this, that, and the other. Like, don't get me wrong, I have Asian friends. I love you. I support you. But my fight wasn't your fight. So your fight is not my fight. I pray for you. I pray that, the hate and all that stops, but welcome to Black world. Welcome to Black lives. That's what the hell we've been going through. We've been discriminated against. They've been killing us. They've been trying to take us out. And at that time, Our fight wasn't your fight. You know what I mean? I can honestly say I've been in the convenience stores and the hair stores, and hell, I'm not even gonna lie, probably when I go to get my nails done and stuff now, I know they talking shit about us. I've been there. I have absolutely been there. But again, I pray for you. I pray that the killing stop. That's all I got. I got a whole bunch of prayers. Sunshine, what's your thoughts on Sharon Osborne, though, girl?
She need to go. How you gonna blame it on everything? Mrs. said it all, but how you gonna blame it on basically she just blamed it on. She blamed it on. She say she didn't say exactly who she blamed it on, but I guess because she didn't say, I take it that she blamed it on Cheryl.
Oh, yeah.
Up because Cheryl was the one that she was speaking to. So everybody in there, you picked this black girl, black lady woman to sit up there and put your anger towards. Why you had so much anger towards Cheryl? Like Cheryl didn't do anything to you, but you had that much anger. Then you go on the show and still blame Cheryl. You attacking her by blaming her for what happened, saying that she set you up. She need to be fired. I'm sorry, because if it was if Cheryl would have did that, Cheryl would have been fired. It would have been no investigation. She would have been fired. Simple as that.
And then Leah Remy came out.
We already know she racist. Her daughter improved that. Her husband improved that. Like, we know you are racist. You don't like black people. You don't like black people. You just don't.
Yeah.
You don't. And it's definitely been shown with this. And with them Asian people, y'all fight y'all battles. Y'all ain't help us fight our battles. I ain't helping no other race fight their battles. And I'm fighting my own people battle. And I barely want to fight their battle because they don't do right. So,
come on now.
Fight your own battles.
I'm still trying to get all us black folks on the same damn page. I can't fight your fight because it's enough being black.
Fight their battles at all. Fight your own.
It's hard out here being black.
All that ching 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 and chang 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 stuff. No. You be talking about us.
What's your thoughts on the Miss 42?
I don't have a whole lot to contribute. I asked y'all last week who is Sharon Osborne and who cares. I still feel the same way because she full of shit. So it don't even matter who she blamed for what or what she think is a setup. I don't care. Her husband set her up. I mean, listen, she got her own issues. Now, as far as the race side of this, I am not racist by a long shot. If I don't like you, it's something you did, okay? And you actually got to do something to me or somebody that I love before you get me feeling like I don't like you.
Right.
However, as in the Black community, we really ain't got no time, no extra energy, no extra hands, no extra nothing to be worried about anybody else right now. It's one of those every man for they self type thing or every race for they self type thing. And it just is what it is, unfortunately. I don't like it, but it is what it is, Yeah, we don't have the extras, so everybody got to get it. You better get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in.
It just amazes me how other races like they still devalue us as Black people. Like I feel some type of way about that Asian. Like I just feel some type of way about it because they got more respect than Black people got. They get more respect than we get. So it's like, no, we still have an issue. We still are treated a certain type of way. And I'm not racist, but I'll be damn, I'm not going against my Black people or to help no other race to do anything. And I bet not see a Black person out there trying to help them either. I bet not.
Y'all better listen to Sunshine. You're going to regret it.
She said, God damn it, I bet not. Y'all, Sir Neil said he just woke up. Get your ass in here, Sir Neil. Where you at? This fool said, please don't kill me. I just woke up. Baby bro, we ain't gonna kill you.
Right.
Bro, you in here. We've been missing you.
Yeah.
While he's getting his stuff together to get on up in here, y'all. We are On to the next subject, y'all. Lil Mama. Oh, Lil Mama, Lil Mama, Lil Mama. Lil Mama is in the social media world again. She is trending. Lil Mama wants
That's Bow Wow.
That's Bow Wow, my bad. And Kirk Franklin is 5, goddammit.
His twin.
Lil Mama says she's going to start a heterosexual rights movement, an anti-LGBTQ bullying. Now, when I seen this, I'm like, what the hell, Lil Mama? The hell is she going on? What is going on? Now, if y'all can't read this, I'm going to read it to you. It says, y'all fight so hard to be respected, and some of you, not all, get a kick out of bullying people for having an opinion. No, having an option. How they dress, how they hair. Now I'm reading how she got it now. A couple of misprints now. How they hair and or makeup looks, how much money they have, etc. There are so many people afraid to give their honest opinions because if they do, the LGBTQ plus will hear what they want and hear and take statements out of context. I don't want to prove myself. I don't want to have to prove myself by reminding people that I have loved one of the LGBTQ's community. When I speak, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just speaking my truth. That's all. Now, Lil Mama, don't nobody, let me say, because I was going to say something real ugly. Lil Mama has a tendency, she one of them people I feel like should just shut the hell up some damn times. I really feel like she should just shut now. I get it. I get what she's saying. She wants to be free to have her opinion and not feel attacked or any kind of way because she has an opinion. And she has that right to feel what she wants to feel and this, that, and the other. However, I feel like Lil Mama ain't have shit going on. So she was like, you know what? Bitch, my lipstick ain't been popping in a minute. These niggas is still calling me Lil Bow Wow. Let me get out here and shake some shit up. And so she decided to, for whatever reason, insert herself in this whole situation because it all stemmed from Zaya Wade. And Zaya Wade, wanting to do the whole transition. She, along with a bunch of other dumbasses, spoke out and they said a bunch of stuff, a bunch of ignorant shit is what I felt like. Because if you ain't got nothing smart to say, just shut up because you sound stupid. That's how I feel. Well, Tracy said, I agree with her 20%. Yes, I agree with her to an extent. Like, people should be able to speak and say what they want to say, and I get that. But a lot of times what people say is so fucking disrespectful, and they don't think about what they say. And a lot of times it can be the delivery on how you say it. But I don't really think Mama's going to get too far on this heterosexual rights movement because, quite honestly, me being a heterosexual woman, we've had rights all our whole fucking life. We've always had rights. It was, and I can be honest and say this because a lot of my friends are of the LGBT. A lot of my family and friends are of the LGBTQ community. Like, they've had to fight for their rights and stuff like that, but us as heterosexuals, we haven't had to fight for so many rights and things like that. And then another point that Funky Dineva made, I like when she made the point that heterosexual people need to stay out of the LGBTQ, their whole with certain things, because that's not our ministry. So we need to stay the hell out of it. We need to stay in our damn lane, and we need to keep some of our thoughts and our opinions to ourselves. Because a lot of times, like I say, when people talk, you can just sound stupid. Ms. I'm gonna go on to you. Sir Leo, I'm echoing.
Yes, Sir Leo.
All right, what's your thoughts?
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
The piece that she said right there, under the anti-LGBTQ bullying, I understand where she was coming from at that point. Some of the people in the community could go crazy hard and tap people of their opinions and the options and everything where they would say, and they would go down. Like she said, some of them. So some of them does go overboard with the critiquing and all that stuff like other people. Now, my issue was that they came after her because she made a transformative comment. It's like that. And now she want to say something like that. She want to start, and because people are bullying her answers like that. First of all, you can't start a heterosexual rights movement if that whole set of heterosexual people has been oppressed. The reason why it's a movement happening is because that group of people has been oppressed and is not getting the same rights as it was. So if you have heterosexual rights people are the standard. So there's no need to have a rights movement because it is the standard. Now, if she want to go against people not bullying heterosexual rights because they talk on the heterosexual because they want to speak their opinion, they can have their opinion about some things, but it's the way how you go have your opinion. You can have your opinion about something else, maybe say, okay, I don't agree for example, having two gay people be parents. I mean, let's go put it out there. That people might have feel that way. Some people may do feel that way, 100% feel that way. But to go back and say, oh, I don't feel like the two parents have gay parents because they go touch the child, they go do something, that's very crazy. That's going off the board. So there's a difference between those two parents. Like that. If you don't believe they don't have children, maybe because you don't believe you should be a mother and a husband raising a child and not two men or two women. That's how you feel. But it goes far as saying discriminatory practice, saying, oh, they touched my child, they gonna have my child be confused, they gonna have the child doing this, that. That's where you take it a step farther with your opinion, and they don't need to have that. And that's why the people will come after you for saying stuff like that. So that comment, yes, they could go overboard. And so I do see people in my community will go attack people off of their opinion. But some people who have their opinion is not just opinion. They make an opinion and making a discriminatory action behind that and make it accusatory something that's not true. And you make it a thing like it's true. You can have your opinion, but don't go off of a tangent with something else that's not true to what you're saying. That's not that. So the heterosexual rights movement was terrible even idea to start because you already have the rights. It's standard. Now, if you want to go against people coming after y'all and trying to say something like that, then that's fine. Anything I agree, like I said, I agree with a bit of that. But that rights movement was too much, and I think that's part of it. If she would have kept that off and said, "Listen, I'm tired of people coming after me, LGBT community coming after me because of saying something like that," I'm gone. But as long as it's agreeable and there's no understanding, then it would be no issue to come after you. But Lil Mama does have a history of saying things, and if people clap back at her, then she want to have an issue with have comment. She's going to come back with all these extra stuff. So that's what I say about her.
Miss Sunshine?
Lil Mama, see, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about the situation because I do feel like she's just trying to get herself out here. I do feel that way, like she's just trying to get in the news. But I do sometimes feel like, and I'm just gonna personally say something, not the trans women feel like they're better than real women, and sometimes they do bully real women, and I feel like I feel, and I have seen it on, just different, what they call them, social media trans women that dog the heck out of and bully real women for being real women and telling them they better than real women and all that stuff, so I do feel like bullying does go on with the with some of the trans. Because I have seen it. I can't say that with just regular gays. I haven't seen any bullying with just gay men or gay women, just bullying, straight people. But I have seen it with the trans. I have seen it with the trans, but I don't know how far she's going to get with that, though. I don't
see her getting very far with that movement.
But I personally believe, I do feel like, I understand that we have rights too, but I just feel like gay rights are outweighing our rights. I feel like their rights are more important than our rights.
I don't feel like they're more important, but it's like, as a heterosexual woman, we've always had, like, we've not had to walk down the street and people look at us funny because we're with our boyfriend or our girlfriend. Like, we've not been looked at funny because we want to go and apply for a license to get married. Like, I feel like as a heterosexual woman, I can honestly say, like, it's like, that's no different from white privilege. We've had heterosexual privilege. Like I said, I can be in a restaurant with my husband and I can be eating dinner, lean over, give him a kiss, and ain't nobody going to look at us. But if you see two men or you see two women doing the exact same thing that we just did, hugging and kissing, even if somebody don't got a problem with it, somebody's still gonna look.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's not the norm. You know what I mean? So I do feel like we've had a lot of rights, and that's why I don't get this. I get it, but I don't get this heterosexual rights movement. You want the right to talk shit freely? Is that what it is? Or like, what is the point of the rights movement? That's
They
what
tried to do this
She
before.
needs to
They've
pick out
been.
who she's going after because it's not all gays. Gays just don't go around
It's
bullying
not.
people. She needs to pick who she's going after because basically she just labeled the whole gay community as being bullies, and that's not true. Like I said, I have seen it from trans, but I have not just seen it from just regular gay people. I have not. I have not seen bullying. I just haven't, but I have from trans. I have from trans. So I mean,
oh yeah, I have too.
I just
We
feel like
have
she
a
needs to don't just call out the whole gay. She basically called out the whole gay community for bullying, and that's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah.
But
That's
you're
not
right.
Not true at all. But the ignorance can be on both sides, the heterosexual and the gay side, because I've seen both sides be ignorant towards each other. It's like Little Mama just put her foot in her mouth. You know, she was trying to make a point, you know, and I do hear what she's saying because I have seen a lot of these trans characters on these different social media platforms attacking women. You know what I'm saying? And attacking their own fellow gay or lesbian counterparts, even, you know? I think it again goes back to that internet. Everybody want to be famous. They want to be sensational. How about you just cuss somebody out? Next thing you're on the Jasmine brand or so the Shade Room or whatever like that. It's a lot of bullshit to it. But on the other side of the coin, all those rights that they say we have as gay people, they don't really exist for people of my shade, the Latinos and stuff. That shit is structured for whites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they benefit off that shit because we're not in those predominant, gay areas. You know what I'm saying? We go to one section where it's the black area, just like there's only a black area everywhere. Our spaces to go as African American Latino men is very small, and we still hate each other because bitches want to be catty and stuff like that. And it's just a snowball, And I just wish we could all get along to say the least shit. Because this shit is historic. It's not going anywhere. Just because you give us rights doesn't mean that we're automatically going to be like glitter and gold. It's perfect because it's not.
Yep.
Well, Little Mama is not doing nothing any different than what she's done before, jumping into something. Every time I see her, I think about what she did with Alicia Keys and Jay-Z. I don't know what award show that was, but she pulled a Kanye. Yeah, she pulled a Kanye on them.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was like, I felt like the pick me, moment, like pick me type shit.
Yeah.
And so I really don't like her. I mean, not like her, but I always expect for her to do something like that, jumping in other people's stuff or jumping in something head over. Now, Mizzle was saying that this came because she got bullied for a trans comment that she made. Is that correct?
Yeah, she made a comment about trans.
So she felt like she was being bullied. So again, this is all about her. Okay. So yeah, I think she needs to go sit down. I think this is too much. First, I mean, we LGBTQ community has their own issues that they're dealing with, some rights that they're trying to get, just like the regular Black community is trying to get some rights and stuff. Women, whether you're Black or white, you still trying to make the same dollar that the man make in the workplace. So I mean, we're always gonna have some mess. It's not always bullying when somebody voices their opinion. And sometimes it is bullying, but then is it even worth creating a whole movement for the bullying? Because, and what I'm saying is, now if she was trying to work with them or build a movement to join the two, the heterosexuals and the LGBTQ, join the two so they can move as one unit, everybody fighting for, pretty much the same thing or equality for everybody, that's one thing. But for you to go to the complete opposite side, it's making you look like you're not rocking with the LGBTQ community, and you really got a problem because you want to create a whole damn movement.
Exactly. I feel like what she's doing is coming off more as hate
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
She
then you try
basically
to
attacked the whole gay community. Like she basically said the whole gay community is bullying, and that's not true. That's not true. You need to
Didn't
pick.
she announce her being
Uh-huh.
pregnant like last week or something?
I don't
I
know.
think she did say she was pregnant. I read somewhere where it said she was pregnant. Now I didn't hear it from her, but I did read somewhere where it said she was pregnant.
She
I
got
think Vanity
cussed
did
out.
too.
She got cussed out for making a comment, and that's on that. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. And she needs to just take that cussing out and keep it moving. That wasn't no bullying. You made a fucked up comment and somebody cussed you out about it. I mean, what?
Yeah, and that
And
whole
you would
thing about what was that? The trans comment. Like I think I missed the group thing about last week about the Zaya Wade and the thing because I think I see a lot of people coming out with the same and maybe it's not natural that young kids will think they want to be born or they born in a different race or not in a race of gender and they want to change their gender as so young as that. When you turn a certain age, especially middle school, because we all learned that when you go in middle school, that's the age of identifying yourself, age of identity, sexual identity, gender identity, racial identity, all that stuff. Finding yourself when you start middle school. So I do think it's too young for them to even start the sexual change or stuff like that. But I do think that with that age that they start defining themselves and starting learning things like that. And maybe I think some of y'all mentioned that's last week. And my son or daughter came to me and said they want to. So like that, maybe get research, but not even go to that point and start changing yourself yet. Wait till you get 18 and wait till you get to 19 and 20 when you get more knowledgeable, so like that. But you do start young when they start then identifying and starting creating an identity. And they start in middle school. So it's not young at that age yet, but it's still young to have a sex change. But to the point that they can start learning the process of what it is and what's the mental thing, what's the psychological effects, what's the everything about and everything. And then they start when they get older, and then also the financial risk of doing surgery and stuff like that. When they get older, then they can start getting more sound as adults and making their own decisions. But as the young one, the parents could be probably guide them and everything. But yeah, maybe not too much to the sexual change. So I do agree on that aspect what y'all was saying because I missed that last week. And somebody, I think Tracy mentioned that I think it's too young, which yeah, probably too young to have a sex change, but it's not too young for them to start identifying themselves as finding their identity and who they want to be. And it starts at middle school. So that's why the puberty, all that stuff like that. That's what middle school is like the tumultuous time of age for teenagers because it's a lot. It's not just the sexual, the age, trying to peer pressure, this and that, racial identity. There's a lot going on in middle school. So,
So
you know, it's
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that it's none of our right to tell somebody how they feel. You know what I mean? And kids do have feelings. You know, I let my kids talk as long, question me or not necessarily challenge me. I don't want to call it that, but if they need to voice a concern, I let them do it as long as they respectful. But they do have feelings, and I can't tell my child how to feel. I can tell them what they're gonna do, but I can't tell them how to feel about something. So you have to people have to keep that in consideration. You got to be careful how you trying to tell people how to feel and how to live. And Zaya is not our child. It's nothing we can do about it. We can voice our opinion about it, but the truth of the matter is if he wants it and his parents think it's cool, he gonna get it.
Do we know for sure if Zaya even said she wants to fully transition or if she just wants to see? And I'm not educated on the different terminology, if she just wants to identify as being female and live her life as a female without getting the full surgery, or how again, y'all
You see how confusing that is? Not even all of us as a gay man, I don't even know how to fill in those blanks, to describe it. So I'm gonna describe it to a heterosexual, But one thing is I think a lot of these guys and a lot of girls are doing this gender neutral thing, Well, they'll even be straight, but they're like gender neutral in the way they dress. You know, the guys painting their nails and stuff. So a lot of things that were considered gay as we grew up and it still exists today, people are like, fuck it, it's not gay. It's either fashion or swag or something of that nature. So things have changed, you know, and all tomboys aren't lesbians. You know what I'm saying? Just like all feminine men aren't gay.
That's true. That's true.
You
Yeah,
know,
that is very true.
we're in a day and age with that freedom, people can express that clearly. Look at all the basketball players, how they be coming out dressed like off the runway and shit with the bags and the little Bermuda shorts and shit. Niggas didn't dress like that in basketball going to the court. They never dressed like that. They wanted to wear the big icy chains and stuff, but now they've cleaned it up because they're professionals. And usually men couldn't dress in that metrosexual type of way.
Yeah.
Well, I lost my train of thought. That doggone quick. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I was going to ask about Zaya. Do we even know for sure if she was wanting to transition this, that, and the other? But regardless, I don't think Lil Mama's going to get too far with this whole heterosexual movement. Because like I said, us as heterosexuals, we've always had a movement. We've always had rights. We've always had privileges. It's no different from a white privilege. It's a heterosexual privilege. We've all have had that. I think that I get her point, but again, her delivery was all the way the fuck off. So, and again, with Zaya Wade, we don't know how the environment is, but we do know that she is loved. Her mom and her daddy and her stepmama got her back. They are nurturing her, and they're gonna be there to answer whatever questions it is that she has. And hopefully, I would hope at maybe some point they do decide to keep this a little bit more private, because everything in the world does not need to know. And when you put everything out there like that, you set yourself on a platform for all sorts of criticism, all sorts of people to come in and judge and say everything. And although people shouldn't judge, as human beings, that's what we do. It's a natural thing. That's just what we do. So lastly, y'all, the last thing we were going to talk about tonight's Real Talk topic. Did y'all see Coming to America?
Yes, so did.
Everybody get caught up on Coming to America. Now, Coming to America is the original is my favorite movie of all time. That is a movie that I can watch every day, at least 2-3 times a day. I love Coming to America. So I was super excited when they came out with Coming to America 2. They had all of the original cast members in there, except the mama was not in there. Hakeem's mama. Did she die, y'all?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think
Hakeem's mama, yeah, she wasn't in there. And there was one other person that was not in there, but all of the original cast members were in there. If you have not seen Coming to America, basically it picks up 30 years later. Hakeem has a son, and so he goes to America to find his son, because in Zamunda, the tradition is they need a male heir to take over as king of the throne. Well, Hakeem, with his wife Lisa, they have 3 daughters together, right? The oldest daughter, Mika, thought she would be in line to basically become queen, because, the different monarchy or whatever they have, they want a male to be in that position. So if Hakeem passes away, he can then, the male son can then move in to be the king or whatnot. The movie was funny. It was hilarious. I did think there were some parts in it that was just a little bit cheesy, but overall, I thought the movie was really, really good. Mizzle, I'm gonna get into it with you first. What were some of your thoughts on it? First of all, the fashions. The fashions were beautiful.
Yes. So, yeah, the fashion of the movie, I guess a lot of the budget was on the fashion because the costuming and the dressing and all that stuff like that. I was like, okay, they went all out with the budget with that. The movie, yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It was funny moments like that. Compared to the original, yes, I do like the original more than I like the Coming to America too. But the storyline was great. The only thing it's some things I like. Yes, they try to play the thing with the illegitimate son and all that stuff like that. How it came about, how we didn't know about all that extra stuff, and Sydney spilled the beans and said, "Oh yeah, I saw it was a one little thing. You got a little smoked in the thing, and she just got on you. You got pregnant." I was like, "Okay, that's what's happened." And the fact that yes, they had 3 daughters, but 2 of the daughters was mostly the talking. The middle child ain't had no line. So I said, what's the point of having the 3rd daughter there? It was like she was just faces. It just gave her faces. It was like okay, and then it was fun, interesting how they mimicked the story with the son and Hakeem with the finding their true love, because you know Hakeem's story was about he want to go to the magicians, but finding his true love, and he found it with his wife there, and the other one, the inner mystic. I was like, she was there, and she just fell off, and that's how that. And then the son did the same thing, trying to find a true love. He was supposed to be arranged marriage because of the war. I said that part was like okay. I like you a piece of treaty. This is preventing war. I was like, okay, I can't. You a king in your whole country. You gonna let this guy punk you to get into a figure of arranged marriage? I ain't like that part. But the son, Jeremy Fowler, yes, I seen him things. He's a comedian and stuff like that, and he did an okay job in the movie. I guess my favorite part in the movie so far was the Tiana Taylor. I mean, her music didn't go well in the mainstream, but she did a good job acting. And that dance number they had, I was like, okay, she coming out, give her a little singing and stuff.
Yes, the King's homegoing service was hilarious as hell. Yeah. I said that this nigga just sit up there and die. He just died like that, like boom, there it is.
He just died yesterday.
He just died just like that. I was like, what in the world? Real quick, y'all, I have Information Man show backstage. I think he wanted to come up and say a few words. We'll let him come on for a few minutes and see what he has to say. Hold on one second.
How y'all doing? Peace to everybody.
Hi, how you doing?
Right. I'm doing fine. Hey, hello to everybody. Look, I just wanted to say hello to you too. I wanted to say, Momo, what you got going on here on this program is excellent. I've come by here a few times over the weekends. I love what you got going on here. It's fantastic. Let me just say that. Awesome. First of all. Second of all, the conversation about, I don't want to take y'all too far back, but I just want to say in summary, there is, like as I said in the chat, there is serious family dynamics going on because Kirk Franklin himself said that they've been through therapy. There is a chance that he may not be the father that we think he is when it comes to his son. But then again, ask yourself this: how many times have we heard of Kirk Franklin in the news other than the situation with the addiction to porn? How many times have we heard of negative things about him in terms of his family dynamics and stuff like that? We really don't hear it. And a person that's like that, eventually it's going to get out more and more. So it just makes me wonder if the son is crying out because maybe he's not happy with the fact that the father, Kirk, is not with his mother. Because when it comes to young men, we do struggle in the split up of our parents big time. We have a hard time boosting ourselves back. Not that females don't, but we do big time. Sharon Osborne, look, like I said in the chat, the whole idea of racism, that whole white supremacy, the whole ideology of it, it comes right out of Great Britain, right into America, because they came over there into America when they set this system up. So they know what they do. Whenever you hear people like that say, oh, educate me, they're playing games with you. They're playing games with you because all you have to do is listen to the brothers and sisters that live in the UK. I've been listening to some of them, and they said that everything that Meghan Markle was saying is things that they experience. That royal family has a history of colonialization around the world, colonizing people. So it's in their blood. And I think the problem is that she has a black mother. That's a big problem. They don't want that black blood in the family. And remember, Diana was going to marry a Arab guy, black Arab guy. And they had a problem with that. And they probably are like, we got to get her out of the box. So that's my opinion on it. And in my profession, I deal with guys in the prison system who are really screwed up, partially because not only their crime and their gang involvement, but they did not have a father or a good male model in their life. The gang became the model. And these grown men tell me this. I'm like their father as I'm counseling them. Okay? We're talking about black, white, any race. Gang members, I deal with it. And they've got everything in common is the lack of the connection to the father. See, what we need to understand is that the female men are built to be strong, muscular and all of that. But females, when you're born, female children are much actually stronger. More of your defects and your birth problems happen with male babies. The female genetics are actually stronger than male genetics. So they don't tell a lot of people about that. And I'm saying that to say that females deal with ups and downs with their father and their parents too. But I think females bounce back better than men do. Emotionally, that is, because women are emotionally more mature and mature quicker than young men do, which is why we sometimes have a hard time dealing with certain stuff. Although it is universal across the board that we all struggle with something in our life. And as far as telling, hey, look, I've had to tell family members to kiss my ass too. That's the black community. That's what we do in the black community. You get on my nerve, you a mother this and a other that and a in this and every damn thing else. My mom has called me out of my name like that before when I got out of line. And my father. So
I agree.
I completely agree. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense what you said. I've been catching up on this show called 60 Days In. I don't know if y'all watch that or not, but 60 Days In, yes, they have these contestants that go and spend 60 days in prison to see what life is behind bars. And a lot of those men in that prison, that's their number one thing. Either they didn't have a mother or a father, or they didn't have a father that was steady there in their life, if at all. And so because the gangs became their family and things like that, that's why they ended up in prison and where they are and stuff like that. And for Carry On, he's 33. He's still young and he can still be really impressionable on the world. I hope that he can get some sort of counseling because, again, like I said, it's obvious that he has had some sort of trauma. Anybody that has lived a normal life that has not had any issues would not act out the way that he does. So he has had some type of trauma. It's his delivery that the way he's delivering is what's going to make people either sit up and listen to him or turn their backs and not want nothing to do with what he's saying.
Right. I think the fact that he released the video was I talked about this on my podcast as well. The fact that he did that only leads you to think a few things. Either he was trying to cancel his father because that's the counsel, the counseling culture that we have today, right? He was trying to embarrass his father. He was trying to get people on his side to say, hey, my father's being belligerent to me. But you got to ask yourself the question, what was being said that he did not record? He only recorded when his father went off, right? But he did not record what he said to his father. Now, I being a father myself, I have a daughter. I was married 15 years. I have a daughter. I take care of her strongly in her life. When it comes to men and our kids, fathers will give you a little rope to work with. The mothers will probably slap you across your face real fast, right? But fathers, we're very analytical. We'll say, okay, fool, I'm going to give you a little bit of rope and then I'm going to snap on you, right? For Kirk Franklin to go off on him, he thought that it was a private situation between him and his son, and two, his son must have, in my opinion, said something that rattled him enough to make him lose complete control. Because we don't have a history of Kirk Franklin losing control in the media or outside of the damn media, and you haven't heard any. This is very telling because women, the truth. Have we heard any of the women that he's been married to or been involved with? Have they ever come out and put him in the dirt? Come on now.
No.
That tells you everything you need to know because women are going to tell it.
Yes.
Ladies are going to tell it.
Yeah.
Well, even the mother is sort of kind of, protecting him or defending him. So, that speaks volumes.
Right. Right. But I don't want to take
a lot of volumes too, because usually a mother ain't gonna too much side with the dad.
Right, sunshine.
Speaks a lot of volumes to me.
So if the mother has a problem with the father, and there's something going on in those dynamics, you make a good point. Then the mother might have been on the side of their son because I know this being raised by my mother. You know, my father was out of my life for a period of my time. Mothers will go hard for their sons, sometimes even lie for their sons.
Absolutely.
Right? But the fact that she didn't, you said it, sister.
Yep.
It tells you a lot that maybe we can make an educated guess here that the son possibly may be full of bullshit.
Yeah,
he may be full of bullshit.
Yep.
He may. Okay.
Like I said, more is gonna come out every week. Every week we're gonna learn something different.
Right.
But for that mother to come to Kirk's defense, that says a lot to me because I'm sorry. If I'm gonna ride with my ass. But if they wrong, I'm gonna tell them they wrong. So something is not right for her to be on his side. I'm just
Well, you know what, y'all? Something is wrong for him to want to hurt his father that way.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether he's lying or telling the truth, something is going on. If he's lying, then we need to address that. What's wrong with him? Why did he want to, like you say, embarrass or hurt his father in that manner? So, and if it is true, then we need to address that as well. But it needs to be addressed. Period. They need some help. They need some help.
It could be a financial backing because his Kirk did mention about taking his son to therapy and giving him everything he needs, and he made sure to say that he's 33 years of age. You know, so he should be capable of taking care of his own shit.
Yep.
And for him, again, like we were talking about last week, for him to record his dad and the blogs get it just like that, it's a setup, you know, and it was to tarnish Kirk's character, and that was horrible. Why would you do that to your father? If you take the money out of his pocket, you definitely not getting none. And now you did this, you're really not getting shit from me.
Right. Does that speak to the fact that Kirk said himself that the family's been in therapy with him for years? And I said, like I said before, I tell guys where I work at, in order for therapy to work, you got to take the key, open the door, and be participant fully. A lot of people think that, oh, I'll take a pill and I'll be better. Oh, I'll just talk to somebody. But you got to go full throttle. And so we don't know if his son has been catered to for a long time, because this is the key thing. And the brother here said it. Remember, in that video, Kirk clearly said, your ass is poor. And then the son said, oh, I'm poor, huh? But he never denied it. So if the son is not living his quote unquote best life, and he was living a certain lifestyle when he was under the reins of his father, you know, we don't know if on that conversation, if the son was asking him for money. I've seen this before, everybody, where you got a son asking the father who's got the resources for this and that, and you've been doing shit for him for a long time. And next thing you know, you saying, hey, I can't do it no more. You gotta get up, because as a man, you gotta get up on your own 2 feet and do something. I can't keep making you weak by, I gotta cut the umbilical cord on your ass. I can't keep feeding you. I mean, I would be, look, the same thing. I grew up, I got a large family. I got about 15 uncles. They all have their own businesses in Baltimore, Maryland, where my family's. I live in California. Most of my uncles have all been hard workers. And when they raised my cousins, their sons, they don't raise them in this manner of let me hold your hand. Eventually, Negro, you got to get out and get the wings out and spread them. You know?
Absolutely.
You know what, though? I feel the same way about traumas to people. And what I mean is you have people who've had childhood traumas, you know, and it does take a while to get over those type of things. Mizzle said that his mom still deals with some stuff. Before my mom passed, she was seeing a therapist for something that happened to her when she was 17. But she said something to me before she passed that her therapist told her, and in the nicest way possible, he said the same thing you just said. Is the Information Man show?
Yeah, that's me.
Sometimes, at some point, you gotta let it go. You have to, because you cannot. You know, I felt bad for my mom. She was 63 when she passed away. So we're talking about from 17 to 63. What this thing that happened to her had her messed up.
Right.
But her therapist was right. At some point, you have to grow up, and maybe not even grow up, but you have to accept what happened to you and move forward. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that same spot. So, as far as Kirk Franklin's son is concerned, he could have been going to therapy, and because he's still so bitter and pissed about what happened to him, he's not taking anything that's coming from this therapist. You know what I mean? Until he's ready to let it go and move forward, he's not. He's gonna stay in the same spot.
They're nowhere in the stage of closure. And sometimes with a young man and his father, it takes a long time for you to get closure. Because it took me a long time to get closure with my father. It took me as late as 35 years old when I had a frank conversation with him one time, and at some point I let it go. So my thinking is that at some point in time, Kirk Franklin's son is going to get to a stage in his life where he's going to get closure and let it go. I think the first thing that has to happen is that they have to talk. And remember, Kirk Franklin did say on the video, whether he was telling the truth or not, that he called the therapist immediately after they had the blowout.
Right.
But the son didn't play that part of the that's what Kirk Franklin said. So, but anyway, I don't want to bombard what y'all doing here.
We've enjoyed you. Thank you.
Right. Also, too, what you just said about you had to let go with your father, that's something true, because my husband had pointed out to me, like, he had to tell me that I don't understand my son not, having his father in his life, because I was raised with both parents. So he was like, you don't understand what he's dealing with because you didn't experience not having your father in your life.
Right.
And he, my son was like, I can relate to your son because I didn't, he didn't have his father in his life. So that's something that I had to learn, which my husband taught me, because I can't relate to my son on that issue because I had both parents in my life. So it's certain things I can't relate to, I can't help my son, couldn't help my son with, but my husband understood, more of what he was going through. So that's where my husband stepped in, and helped my son with and stuff like that. So you made a good point on that right there.
Right. Yeah. But let me say this: I am going to step down and let y'all continue on the flow of your show. But I have a proposition for you. At some point in time, I need to get your email because I definitely want to promote what y'all doing over here. I even want to get you over on my channel because I have a good sized following, and I would like to, because that's how you grow your channels. Yeah. I would like to get you over to my channel so people can see what it is for you to do what you do on your channel, so that I can get my subscribers to come over and subscribe to your channel and cross pollinate, because that's how you build channels. Yeah, and you promote with people. So I'll definitely be shouting your channel out and promoting it. But the best thing to do is for you all to show what you do on your channel, so that I can get folks to share the video and also subscribe to your channel and promote what you're doing. Because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. From what I'm seeing, it's gonna eventually happen. But you should have 100 to 200, 300 people watching you right now. In my opinion, because the reason why I'm saying that is because there are channels that are able to command that do the sort of stuff that you're doing, but you guys are unique in what you do. And I just think you just keep doing what you do, keep grinding out your content. The advice that I would also give you, if you have not utilized it, you got to utilize the metadata in the word search, like using TubeBuddy and things of that nature. So when you're coming up with your topics, you want to create word search words that are how people think about searching for content. Remember, YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google. Google owns YouTube, of course. So you got to think about how people search. And this is how you can come up with word search. You can actually type in the YouTube search bar and put a topic in, and it will give you a range of how well that topic will go. It'll show you if there's a lot on that topic or not a lot on that topic. But TubeBuddy, which I pay about $7 a month for,
I have it as well. Yeah,
it's proven by YouTube. It attaches itself to your channel, and every time you do a word search for your titles, it will generate the metadata, the tags. It will generate whether it'll tell you what the ranking of your title is. And then, and when you properly tag, you want to put your title of your topic as a tag, the name of your show as a tag as well. And what that does is that generates a system in the algorithms to help people find you in search when you go live or what have you. So it's another way that you can grow the channel and bring more people over to your channel. I got a whole bunch of stuff I could talk to you about that particular area, but I'll leave it alone right now.
And I'm still, I'm going to, let me see, is your email in your about section?
Yeah, go to my about section. It's coldwave06@gmail.com. Just clicking it out. Send me an email. I usually stream live on the weekends, whatever works for you, but I definitely would like to get you guys over so that I can promote your channel to my audience.
Thank you.
So you can get more people coming over.
Yes.
And that's how that's how you grow. And I always tell people, share the video, put it in your community tab. Another little secret that you should know about YouTube, when you do videos, always remind people, because people think that what optimizes your channel is telling people to subscribe. YouTube is more concerned about views and click rates. So that's why it's very important. And guess what? People who click through the rest of your videos and watch it, YouTube treats them as if they are a subscriber, even if they didn't subscribe.
That's right.
But that's why you want to tell people when you do videos, make sure you watch another video. You name another video. And if you do a pre-produced video, and you can even do this after this live is over, you go in there and you put your cards in there. At the end of the video, you put the videos you want people to watch, but you want to remind them as the video is going on, because people don't usually watch a 2 or 3 hour live stream. They may watch an hour of it. They may watch 15, 20, whatever, but you always want to say, make sure you watch another video, call to action a particular video you want people to watch. When people go to that, it automatically in the algorithm pushes more content to your channel. There's a lot of tricks and secrets to YouTube. And I think Black folks particularly, we need to learn the science of how YouTube works.
And I'm slowly learning that there are so many different tips and tricks and how you can get this. Like, I'm still trying to get the algorithm down myself and working on my SEO score and all that. So yes, we definitely will keep in contact. I thank you so much for coming up on our panel.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you
Drop
for
the links to your channel one more time. Y'all go and check him out. His brother got some good videos.
I subscribe.
Good,
thank you.
Right now.
Thank you. But make sure you send me the email so that we can get it going, because I want to get y'all on as soon as possible to have a discussion. Because I think
done with this, I'm gonna send you an email.
Do that, because people respond to what they see and hear right then and there, and they're like, "Wow, these folks are really cool. We got to get over there." So definitely, I want to promote and just one thing about me, I have a reputation for this. This is what I do. If you can see on my videos, I interview people. I've been doing this on YouTube for a long time. I've interviewed now. I've run with the big boys. I've been I'm not really a part of them. I'm not like manosphere, but a lot of guys try to include me in the manosphere because I know a lot of the guys from the Black YouTube. So I've been on panels with Kevin Samuels, Angry Man, the O'Shea, Duke Jacksons, all these folks. I know these guys.
I've heard of Angry Man.
Right. But the thing is that what I like doing is I like connecting with people and promoting people's channels, because the only way that we grow is that we have to help each other. Black folks have to get away from this island mentality. We got to help each other, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you look at the other YouTubers, particularly, for example, white YouTubers, when you really check them out, you know what they do? They promote each other's channels. They'll wear t-shirts of other people's channels. They promote. They help each other. And then guess what? Them white boys are laughing all the way to the damn bank. Okay.
I remember you now.
Oh, you know me?
I remember you now on Goddess channel. Now, Twin is saying she's seen you on A View is a View, but I definitely remember you on Goddess channel.
I love A View is a View, child. A View is a View is my entertainment.
Right. Yeah. I'll be hanging with her too on the weekend sometimes, checking her out. But that's what I'm saying. That's how these other sectors grow, and then they're able to monetize their channels and maximize everything, because they're working together. And black folks, we got to stop fighting each other on these social medias.
Absolutely.
And that's the downfall, because YouTube is becoming more and more corporate, and eventually they're going to get rid of some of these people who get involved in this beef and stuff. I'm telling you, eventually.
Yes, we've been saying that for the longest. Thank you so much
everybody.
for coming and dropping gems, and I will send you an email as soon as we get out of here.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Y'all all take care. Have a great evening. Peace to everybody on the panel, in the chat room. Thank you.
Thank
you. That was dope.
That was
him for coming.
Yeah, great conversation. Great conversation.
Yes. You never know. So if you both watch it,
you never know who's watching. Yep.
Always collaborate. That's the saying. It was great that he did that and stuff like that. So I will hit him up as well.
Yes, I'm gonna definitely email him. Final thoughts. We were talking about Coming to America, y'all. The fashions, the clothes, everything was good. I did like what's Sir Neil Mute.
Yes, sir.
I did like Tiana Taylor's part in it. One of my favorite was in there, Rotimi, although he only had 2 lines. Rotimi ain't have but 2 lines, but I loved him in it. And like I said, the mama, Tiffany put in there, Tracy put in there, the mama passed away in 1995. I didn't know that. But overall, I thought the movie was really good. Like I said, he was going back to Queens to find his son. He found his son. Come to find out, Simi was trying to get it in with another female. And so he was basically using Hakeem as his wingman. Hakeem ended up getting high, and old girl ended up having sex with him. That's how he ended up having a son, okay? Because he claims that the only person that he was with Lisa, right? So long story short, he gets the son. They go back to Africa, and he ends up, building this good relationship with him, this, that, and the other. This was only after the son ended up going back to Queens, and then he got to go to Queens to get the son, and the son came back again. But overall, like I said, I thought the movie was really, really good. I think, Mr. You and Sunshine, did you have any thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, I was saying that
Rick Ross had 2 lines too. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people on the thing. A lot of people didn't have lines and it's like that. Especially one of the daughters. She ain't had no lines, so I don't know why she was there. She was just there. But
she was beautiful though, just there to look pretty.
She did, yeah. All the daughters was gorgeous. I was like, all right, and everything. Yeah, I do feel like yes, Hakeem. He wanted to make the change, but he reverted back to the history and the traditions, and they were trying to remind him that you wanted to set the example. That's what you wanted to follow. That's why I wanted to marry you. That's what it is. You was going to change, and he would go back to the traditions until they had to remind him and say, you know what, this is what it is. And yeah, he made the change. And I'm glad that he gave Mika the chance to rule and said this is what rule, because the son gonna be ambassador and being the ruler. I did like that part and everything, how it was, because it was like, oh, I got upset for her too. I was like, why are you gonna do that? You said she was gonna be next in line, or you gonna play your daughter like that? And it was crazy, but I did like Lisa Leslie, her character, her ghetto-ness like that. My favorite part, she said, yeah, that's how we do it in Queens. I was like, I laughed at her. It was so funny how she did that. And it was nice and everything. Like I said, I did like the original, but this was okay and everything. It wasn't that bad. And I do like how the son mimicked the father in the aspect of finding his true love and stuff like I said that. And Mary, I don't know, it could be in no 3-part, but I think it ended just like that, and it should be fine as it. Don't touch it anymore. Like that's it. And
I was glad that they did a part 2, but yes, I didn't see the point because the original was so good. I don't feel like they had to come out with a part 2. That's just my thoughts on it, though. Sunshine, what's your thoughts on the movie?
I actually like it. I thought it was funny. I mean, of course, nothing's going to be like 1. I don't care what you make. Nothing's ever going to be like 1. But it was good. And it was great to see all the old actors. Like, that was the best part for me. Just seeing everybody. I know a lot of people gave it bad reviews, but come on now. Y'all should have been happy just to see the Black people in there. It was like some star hitters in there. I like it. I liked it. It's good to me.
Especially this day and age, child.
Yeah, I was happy to see all the people in there. I was like, yes.
The cutest part to me was Eddie Murphy and his little belly, girl. Eddie Murphy is so cute with his little belly.
Yeah. Now I will say, I only thing I will say is that I feel like the son should have been somebody else. I do feel like that.
I seen that DC Young Fly audition twice for the role of the son.
Oh, that would have been good. You know,
I don't know about him.
With his goofy self.
But at the end, I got where they were going, why they picked him, probably because the daughter was supposed to be the ruler of the, other things. So, which I thought was, like Miss would say, I thought that was really, really cool because, baby, she, she was ready.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Sorry. I was gonna say I really like how they just mirrored the same character. They just repeated it, and gave him the wife. And I love how the women empowerment, how the woman was like, I want to be a barber, but I can't be a barber in Zamunda. And he was like, it's easy in Queens. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was destined, because I know so many couples that are in like both in cosmetology, they both do hair, the guy and the girl, so it's so regular here in America. I also like the feature of the two twins at the end where they're rapping.
Yeah,
I like that right there. And another person who didn't have a lot of lines but promoted the fuck out the movie was Lunel. She only had like 3 lines too, but she was promoting it everywhere. But I see why Eddie Murphy just put her in, because they're cool, they're real friends in real life. And Eddie Murphy also said that they had to recast certain roles so many times because they wanted like big names, and Eddie was like, no, if I'm coming back, you're not gonna put me up to the next up and coming person, Even at one time Tracy Morgan was cast as his son, and he was like, that's not gonna work, come on now, Tracy Morgan is almost my age. So they had to recast it. It came out of his mouth. I was like, but
he was funny though.
He was. I loved him. I love his little his shirts and his little baller hat. They just kept him hooked. Everybody's fashions were off the hook, and I really loved it. I enjoyed all the Puma outfits. I want all them motherfuckers.
Yes.
All of them. All of them. They were so. Oh man, I would walk down the street, go to the liquor store with that shit on.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I don't. I'm not a movie person. Like now, I might watch it now because you guys the costumes and stuff I want to see, and I do want to see the people, but I wasn't eager to go knock down nothing to go get the movie or watch it. We just don't do that over here. It got to be a good review. But I think I am gonna watch it. Sounds like it might have been pretty good. I saw some bad reviews in the beginning, and that was why I wasn't eager. Some people were saying, it wasn't, that funny, or the only thing that was good about it was the old castmates were there, and I was like, well, I don't necessarily want to see it.
It was good. That's the thing with black folks. You can't never please black folks.
No, you can't. You right. You
can't please black people for shit. As good as it was with the hitters and the big names that was in there, somebody still gonna complain and say it wasn't good enough. That damn movie was good.
Prime example, Biden. He gave y'all 14, got y'all racking up, and people still complaining.
Yeah, some of us ain't even got our goddamn stimmy yet.
Hell, they better hurry the fuck up.
But y'all, if y'all have not seen Coming to America, that is just a good, lighthearted movie that you can watch. If you've had a long, stressful day, you just want to unwind, get you a good drink, a little smoke, whatever it is you do, watch Coming to America, and I can guarantee you will get you a good little kiki for the night. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, really good. Brothers and sisters, did y'all have anything else that y'all need to add for tonight? Because that's all I got.
I apologize for being late. I was traveling this weekend, and I brought my ass home and just was gone.
Came back in echoing and shit.
You love it though. Stop hating.
She said this get on here echoing and shit.
That's how we knew you
I
weren't
love me
here.
some Sunshine, baby. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I love Sunshine in that goddamn mouth, child. It is sweet.
Listen, it's the best. Do you hear me? It's the best in the West.
Okay. Thank you so much to Information Show for dropping by tonight, dropping some gems on us. We appreciate you. And we will be emailing you soon. Also want to remind y'all the coldest winter ever. We will be doing a book review on that at the end of April. So give everybody time to read The Coldest Winter Ever. Okay. After that, we'll be doing a review on part 2. Sister Soldier, The Coldest Winter Ever, y'all. Y'all
I can't wait to hear Sir Neil part where he got the same book.
Girl, you already know he's gonna go in.
I'm about to write a book report. I'm coming with facts.
I'm gonna let you take the lead on that. That's gonna be you. That's your baby right there. I'm gonna let you take the lead on that.
Okay, no worries.
But y'all, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Our email is RealQueensRealTalk@gmail.com. Email us any letters you have, any show ideas, any show suggestions, anything that you guys want to talk about. You need some advice? Email us. We got you. We will read your letters here on our show, okay? Until next time, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for stopping by to see Real Queens RealTalk, y'all.
Good night, guys. Love you guys.